they're off in the Kentucky Derby. And a great start early for So Happy and Wonder Dean. Wonder Dean racing out there with speed, and so too 6-Speed from the far outside. And down toward the rail is Danon Bourbon, 4 across the track by the stands for the first time. And here comes 6-Speed with his speed, and 6-Speed leads the way with a circuit to go. So Happy just off racing in second to Danon Bourbon toward the inside third. A charge in behind them. Incredible is buried at the inside fourth. Potente bounced around in fifth, 3 wide. Emerging Market in sixth, 4 wide. Wonder Dean in seventh, 5 wide. Pavlovian in eighth. Further ado is racing in ninth. Chief Wallaby reserved. Wild 10th. Robusta is 11th. Intrepido toward the inside is racing in 12th. And then it's Commandment by another 2 to Incredible, who's already 12 lengths off the lead, and then another margin of 8 lengths back. Renegade is 15 lengths off the lead down the backstretch run as they head toward the far turn. O'Sully's alongside him. Albus and Golden Tempo so far behind. 46 and 2, a spirited half mile. They hit the far turn. 6-Speed has the speed. Does he have the stamina? They round the far turn. Danon Bourbon is poised. So Happy 3 wide right there. An Emerging Market is sent through toward the inside, has to quicken. Further ado, Commandment is coming with his rally now as they round the far turn, and O'Sully is picking it up with a wide bid as they come for the top of the stretch where Danon Bourbon has taken charge. Danon Bourbon's off the turn, and he's got a 3-length lead heading for the 8th pole. O'Sully and Commandment are closing in. Renegade rolling down the top of the track, and Golden Temple from far behind. Danon Bourbon trying to fend off O'Sully. Renegade, and here's Golden Tempo from off the pace to win the Derby, and a racing-defining win for Cherie DeVaux.
Well, that was interesting. How is it going out there, my fellow world patriots? That was a very weird Kentucky Derby and some very weird names that were involved in there. But Matrix, you guys have sound over there? You guys good?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, working now. Apparently, a few people had nothing going on. It freaked me out for a second, but then other people chimed in. Were like, "No, we're 5 by 5." As soon as I had just texted you, I'm like, "Oh shit!" Like I can hear it. I just like everything on my end seemed good, but people were saying that for half a second. But welcome in, everybody. If it's 5 by 5, all you gotta do is refresh that baby, and we're good to go. Yeah. Happy Sunday, everybody.
Yeah, so from time to time, I'll say, hey, we're live, refresh, because sometimes it doesn't, catch up to live. But dude. This is a video from our buddy Joe Rambo here. He says, I'm starting to think the simulation theory is realistic. Number 17 leads almost the whole race. Golden Tempo beats the favorite Renegade at the very last second. And then you had other ones, too. There was, like, Commandment in there. Another one that was Danon, almost like, Anon kind of.
Anon.
Right? Trump equals Golden Age. Obama's Secret Service named Renegade. Last year it was Sovereignty that beat journalism. What is the Matrix going on here? So, I mean, dude, that's just, like, is that weird, right? That's weird, right? I mean, I think that's weird.
Yeah, it's very weird. And I actually did I posted a couple things underneath, and one of them was from Drop 749 is what comes to mind to me, which here, let me see. I just took a screenshot of it so I can pull it up real quick. What did it say? The deeper we go, the more unrealistic it all becomes. Yeah, here it is. Now comes the conspiracy label. Deeper we go, the more unrealistic it all becomes. The end won't be for everyone. That choice to know will be yours.
Oh man, dude. And so last night, I know you had texted me at some time. I had just conked out. I was done. They had UFC on at like 7 in the morning, and I think by 9 or 10 o'clock, I was just face first done.
Wait, in the morning? What was they doing in the morning?
Oh yeah, and it got ruined for me because we do the Saturday show and we pick a song in the beginning, and generally Hulk does that. So yesterday I was doing that, and I'm like, all right, let me go on YouTube and I'll pick the song that I want to get. And as soon as I get on there, I click on YouTube and it says Carlos Prates destroys JDM in 3 rounds, and this is like 10 in the morning, and I'm like. Usually they don't start till 10 at night, and then they've been moving until like 9 at night. But they started at 7 in the morning because they fought in Australia. I'm like, come on, dude.
Oh, that's why I literally texted you last night when I did, because I was like, he's probably still watching the fights right now. That's literally why I wrote you when I did, because I was like, he's probably still up.
No, I was done,
Wow.
and yeah, so that was that, and I was just like, oh man, it ruined the fight, but it ended up being some good fights anyway. But dude, why are we seeing all of these here, dude? Like, I keep saying it from time to time in shows and whatnot, but like, where we're all, this is what I mean by like weird timelines and stuff like that, right? Like the stuff that we saw from the Donald Trump and Barron Trump book, right? You can look up analytics on that and see like how many people are searching for this stuff. And I did it a few weeks ago, and you know, he was born what, 20 years ago, so roughly 2005. 2006 is right.
No, March 20th, 2006. I know his birthday ironically aligns up with the Republican Party's founding.
Really?
Yeah.
So the interesting thing is, you know, Barron Trump was born in 2006, and we started all noticing the Donald Trump and Barron Trump books in like 2018, I want to say. Maybe some people noticed it in 2017, but mostly 2018, 2019. And then when you go look up analytics to see when are people looking up these books, the analytics start in, like I said, 2016, 17, 18, around that time frame.
Right.
Where are all the people that were like, oh, Donald Trump just had a baby boy named Barron. Oh, there happens to be a book about this guy named Don and this guy named Barron. But nobody seemed to notice it, and nobody looked it up until years and years later. So that's what I mean about like weird timelines for me. It doesn't seem to add up too much, but then we get all these weird names and so many of these weird things. That's why for a little bit later, after we touch on a couple of you know, pertinent news stories, I have a 22-minute video from Anon 55, which was you know, I'll show some of the folks here now. But basically, the tone of the video is like, hey, show this to some of the folks that are out there, you know, have them debunk all these things, right? And we'll go through some of these later. But I very much enjoyed and loved this thing because, dude, it's how do you debunk something like that? You know what I mean? You can't, in my opinion. So good.
When it comes to we specifically, are you talking about like a Barron Trump book stuff?
Well, yeah, I mean that was well, no, that was the Barron Trump stuff, and so this right here I'm getting into. I had the original link here, but I just wanted to get to the part where it says exactly what he's saying, which is right here. I challenge the influencers that are bashing Q to debunk this video. So this one, like
his video specific. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, so like this one starts off where they're talking about, oh wait, Donald Trump was at this function, and they started playing this song, and it was called WWG WWA. Where we go one, we go all. Oh wait, that's weird, right? And then, dude, 20 minutes of those, right? And so these are coincidences that just cannot be kind of brushed off. And he's told us so many different times, but then it comes down to, and I've said this numerous times in the last, especially in the last 6 or 8 months, is, do you trust President Trump? For me, that's what it comes down to any of the folks that are out there having doubts about the current time frame that we are in, is, do you trust President Trump or not? I personally think that the guy's not done a damn thing to deserve a lot of the turncoatery that I've seen in the last many months. But again, I think some of it was scheduled to occur anyway. What are your thoughts on that, as far as some of the people that are apparently turning their back on Trump now versus, you know, what percentage of those do you think are, you know, were already going to do this the whole time? Because we've been warning folks for years that, like, be careful who you follow, because they're going to pull you off the playing field at a certain time when it gets to that very important time. And I think that's that important time right now, Matrix, is we're coming up on that time, like, you know, like right now.
Right. Yeah, it sucks seeing the people that do what do you want to call it, turn their backs or get black pilled. Here's the thing too, is some of them are that are patriots who are probably influencers that were meant to do that, but there are also a lot of black pillars that are good at what they do. And so how I kind of look at some of them are, if they aren't 100%, I'm not gonna call them MAGA or whatever. Let's just say if you're not following just Trump and this type of movement, you don't have the brain that we have. We don't see it the way they don't see it the way we see it. So there's a lot of them that I would call almost fringe MAGA, but they claim new MAGA. But when they see things they don't agree with and they don't understand because they don't see it the way we see it,
Yeah.
then they get blackpilled for some strange reason and they fall to that other side. So I think quite a few of them might fall in that category because those black pillars are good at what they do. I still get black pillars that come to me and try and show me stuff and send me links and whatnot. And I look at it, I'm like, your information, I already have gone over that exact stuff, and y'all are just pushing the stupid stuff basically. But the fringe people don't understand that. They get something in their head, oh, I don't agree with this or that, and then boom, they fall down that black pillar hole. Why'd this happen? Well, some black pillar comes along and goes, well, here's why, and they throw them some crap that they believe. So that's how I kind of look at it myself, because there is quite a few patriots, but there's a lot of fringe people that are easily swayed either direction.
Yeah, I agree 100% with you. I believe that there are, people that are, well, battle fatigue, right? Like they want to see stuff and they want it on their timeline, right? They want it now, but we can't have it
too.
When we want it. We got to have it when the timing is right, right?
Yes, exactly. That's the other thing too. And everybody that wants it to happen, oh well. Here's the other thing too: is those fringe people that don't know what's going on listen to people that date fag. And they're like, oh, well, this is going to happen on this day. And that's the other problem, too, is that's when the people that say, well, I want to rest right now. I want to rest right now. I still have people all the time in my chats doing that. I'm like, I preach patience. That's one of my favorite things. Like, you guys are not going to get it when you want it. It's going to happen on whatever timeline that they decide. And as we see it happen slowly, and we know that the wheels of justice turn slowly. So just going to have to take time, be patient, and enjoy the show.
Yeah. The wheels of justice moves slowly, but they move powerfully. And I don't know. I'm looking. I'm looking at a couple different things. Are you hearing? Because I'm going to bring up a story in a second about an airport, but I don't know if there's any validity to it. There are people passing it around that's saying that Elon may or may be in talks to acquire Spirit Airlines. Spirit, make it Spirit X or something like that, but who knows? Apparently they're having some bad issues where they might be shutting down as far as this weekend, or as close as this weekend. But Matrix, I got a funny airline story for you, and I think we touched on it a little bit earlier. And again, I don't know why do some of these, I'm using the same browser on both monitors here. Sometimes when I click on the link, it goes to this one, and sometimes it goes to my other one. I don't know. But anyway, dude, if none of this is AI, because I've seen this video a few different times and places, what? Camilla flew commercial? Melissa Redpill here is saying, royalty no more. Queen Camilla, and I'll have to correct you, Queen Consort Camilla was reported to have taken a commercial flight back to London, England after wrapping up her U.S. state visit with King Charles. Departure details: she was spotted navigating a U.S. airport, reported as a casual and low-key departure on April 30th or May 1st, following a final day of engagements in Virginia. So she was definitely in the airport, and that's her little royal handler. But what are your thoughts on that, dude? Like, are they royals still?
Well, I don't know if anybody else have seen it. You should have, though. I know we've got to witness so-called Bill and Hillary flying commercial. We've seen apparently Joe Biden fly commercial.
Oh yeah.
And other different. I can't remember all the other people that happen to be flying commercial when they never did before. What brings to mind, this is what we talked about before. What I told you, what came to my mind was Executive Order 13818 with the freezing and seizing of assets for people involved in human rights abuse, I believe, or something along that lines.
Oh God, dude, this is awesome. And I love it when crap like this happens. I love it when crap like this happens, because you just mentioned, other things that we're seeing. And so I'm going in to support the show and to further the show. And all right, I'm going to look for a couple of those links and show the folks about, Joe Biden. Remember the ones where he was walking through the airport kind of like adult, and like everybody's like, wait, what the hell's he doing? And then, if I'm not mistaken, he may have been even putting his own bags in the back of a SUV or something like that, but there was like no security around the guy. So I'm looking for that link, right? And I'm about to pull that one up. And what do I find on the other side here? Oh, I'm saving this one, dude. Man of memes, Ricky Doggin. Thank you for posting this, and he posted this apparently 2 years ago, dude. I've been looking for this video for so long, and I just happened to come upon it, and I'm loving this.
Oh, the inauguration?
Yeah, dude. Never forget, quote, more people at West Palm Beach Airport than at the White House. Nobody's at the Capitol. America's voice. Joe Biden's January 20th, 2021 dystopian inauguration. But, dude, I'm not wanting it for what this guy's posting it. I want it exactly for what they're showing right here. Because, dude, you remember what it looked like during their inauguration versus what we're looking at right now? It's so different. It's not even funny.
Well, yeah, when we saw this view here, it opened up everything because there's nobody there.
Yep, there's not a person
Nobody.
there. But, all right, let me give you a little hint here. How about the weather?
Oh, that's right. Okay, yeah. So the sun coming out and the sun going. I remember this exactly. You get the two different viewpoints. The camera pans away or pan comes back. It's sunny, and then it's not sunny after that too.
Yeah. All right. So, so here we go, guys. Right. This is actually the inauguration day. Okay. Or whenever they were. This is the day of the inauguration. So they were up there on January 20th, 2021, and this is what they were filming. Now, pay specific attention, and if you see very far back here as we went, look at what these guys are wearing. It's January. It's cold, right? People are frozen, and they were showing these guys all, COVID masks and whatnot. But some of these people were really bundled up, as you see here, like the wool hats going and all that stuff. And then, all right, well, let's fast forward over here to Joe Biden taking his oath of office. Yeah, it looks cold, but damn, is it sunny? And we were shown that day that it was cold, overcast,
overlooking the Capitol, then
freezing. And yeah, it was cold here, but damn sunny here this day. And dude, I've done so many takes on this particular clip. I've recorded and done so many particular things on this particular clip where the girl in the white and the girl in the pink are there, and then they're gone, and then they're there again. So, dude,
Yes.
there's something
Flashback to when I used to watch you, and I remember watching you do this. I'm like, holy crap, let's go! Like, yeah, I remember you doing all this. So yeah, let's do this.
Yeah. So these girls right here, and it's like, all right. So if we were all sitting here and we were to say, how far do you think she is behind Joe Biden, right? And how far do you think the girl in the pink is behind Jill Biden? My guess would be pretty close. Right?
Yeah, I would say between 2 and 4 feet.
Right? Yeah.
Maybe 5 max.
I would agree with that. Now watch this. So here they are, and I don't know if this copy is going to show it because this is whatever. But I have another clip that I can bring on for sure. But here they are, and then you have other people say, well, the angle, and they might show a different angle here, but they were gone. Let's see, and they're going to show a different side angle right here. Now look. Right? Now they're saying it's a different angle, which I agree because it clearly is a different angle. He's looking, right? We're seeing it from this direction, right?
Yep.
So again, where is this girl in the white and where's the girl in the pink once we get to here? Because Jill's right here, and then I don't see anything with the white, and I don't see anything with the pink. But then as we kind of go forward on here, they kind of, and dude, look how sunny it was. And they're gone. Mm. Oh, but look, they're back right there. I mean, to me, she looks like she's almost up front as Ashley because you're looking from this angle and you're seeing that shoulder stick out. So for me, she's not set way back is what I'm trying to go with.
She almost looks slightly in front of the one in the dark color. I don't know the red names by her.
Ashley. That's the one.
The one in the pink looks slightly in front of Ashley from this specific angle. Therefore, the other angle, we should see some form of pink sticking out, in my opinion, based on whenever you see the other angle.
Yeah, and I'll bring everybody's attention also, if I don't know how good they're going to show it in this particular video, but look at the honor and the proudness on the daughter and the wife's face. And I say that very tongue-in-cheek because to me it looks like, can we get this shit over with? I can't keep a straight face anymore. Okay, yeah, I'm trying to keep a good face for my father and so proud of him, but please let this crap be done. Look, she can't even look at him. But
Because it's not. I'm gonna just look at that book too. I'm gonna say it's because she knew she wasn't looking at her actual father too. Would probably be a helpful tip.
and look at Jill. She's almost like, oh my God, they actually let him do it. Like I can't believe it.
Right.
That's crazy.
This movie gets weirder and weirder, man. Especially looking back on it now, it's like I haven't even seen these clips in a minute. It
It's
gets
been a
weirder
while.
and weirder. Oh, it's been a while. It's been a while.
I mean, and look how long it stays. Look how long it stayed sunny there, right? Where the whole time it's damn bright and sunny. So some people believe that they didn't even record this on that day, on this day, because boy, it don't look like that day. This
No.
day looks way more overcast, but this was the actual January 20th day. Now, what went on here? I don't know. Dude, I don't know. Let me see if
Isn't
I can pull
there-
up one of these things here. Go ahead, buddy.
Isn't there a couple different viewpoints? I swear somebody else put a video together. Maybe it's the one you're talking about where they installed it too to show what you're saying, because it goes from being I guess light to dark, if you want to say it that way, but it goes from being cloudy to not cloudy in some other viewpoints as well. I don't know if you caught that or not, but there's like kind of like with the girls missing, there was some close-ups of like this here going on also that was cloudy when they're showing it right here as sunny, So same shot, but like somebody has another angle, boom, it goes to being cloudy. So I don't know. I know I've seen that in the past too, but it's been a while, so.
Let me see if I can find this one. Because yeah, dude, this for me was. Actually, you know what? I might have it on my. I might think I have it on my Gab. I think I got it on my my Gab up there. But yeah, dude, this one and this fight was actually pretty good. So even though I got the result ruined for me, this dude ended up knocking this dude out pretty bad. So yeah, that was a fun UFC. But again, what have we been watching for the last many years, ladies and gentlemen? Like I can't give you a solid answer on some of this stuff, but again, President Trump has gone out of his way to, he's gone out of his way, in my humble opinion, Matrix, to prove to us that there is something beyond odd going on, right? And I would bring everybody's attention to what we covered on the roundtable the other day, talking about three terms, right? Like,
Dude, and that, oh my God, I forgot about that. Like when he posted that, I had no clue about that, of course.
right?
And three terms, three.
Yep.
Was that the post I'm referring to? That it came up whenever they showed it. He said, "Oh, Trump posted one, and he had three in there twice."
And he's been trolling them.
The exact timestamp, hour, minute, second. There's one drop that matches it. He says three, writes out the word three 2 times. 3, 2 times. The one drop that matches it is 332, bro. I about lost my mind when I saw that. I was like, there's no way I'm seeing that.
Ain't it crazy? Like, and so again, for me, it all comes down to, again, and I saw a lot of people in the chat were like, yes, I trust President Trump, and I do too. I don't think the guys did a damn thing that doesn't deserve our, and I'm not saying like blind allegiance. Of course, we're not following anybody off a friggin' bridge, but like, what has the guy done that he deserves us to be so skittish, or some people to be so skittish on him, right? And again, I don't know what it was, dude. Like, to me, it seemed like either we're now hitting the final countdown where people have to reveal themselves and try to get people to stop following President Trump, or
Yeah.
I don't know what, because like it's to me, Matrix is like, did they make it pretty clear? Well, here's my question to you, and I already know the answer, of course, but like, this is just for obviousness, but like, did they make it pretty clear that we were going to be going after Iran eventually?
I mean, back in 2018, they're the only
Right?
ones in the drop. When you look up regime, I like saying this too. When you look up regime change, you'll find one drop, and that drop has Iran in it.
Yep.
When you go to the drops and you have leadership change, the drop number matches the date we went into Iran, which would be 228, to create a leadership change, which turned into regime change combined together. And when you see that, you see drops from 2017 and 2018. they told us a long time ago something we're seeing now. I think they told us exactly what was going to happen is what I think was what's going on. I think we're watching a movie is what I think we're seeing. So
it's a coincidence. Now, dude, oh wait, no. I don't even want it. That was another one. This is something funny for later. But let me pull it up because I was gonna, dude, he's posting so much lately that it's just like, what the hell? And so let me see if this actually pops it up. Yeah, here it is. Dude, it's the 30th, so I was only 2 days back, and I was scrolling and scrolling and scrolling. But again, talking about the cognitive test, whatever. And I dropped this in for a few people, and then I get Trump, he doesn't even need to be responding to this stuff about his cognitive. It makes him look stupid. And I'm like, wait, no, I'm dropping this because he called himself the president for 3 terms. I don't care about the cognitive test. Like, hello, right here. Our country would be much better place. I took the exam 3 times during my 3 terms as president and aced it all 3 times. An achievement that, even on a single exam, according to the doctors, has really been done before President Donald J. Trump. Isn't that nice, dude? I love that.
Yeah, and so the timestamp you guys can't see on this one, it is 150 right there, right?
Yes.
The official timestamp is military 1350:52. That goes to one single drop. If you go to the drops and type in 150:52, you'll get one drop, and again 332 will be the drop number.
50:52.
Well, you have to do it with the colons in it.
Well, okay. Hold
colon after the 1, colon after the 50.
Okie dokie. Okay, timestamps. I got you. I'm with you.
Oh, look at that. And he said 3, 2 times. 332 is the only drop at that exact timestamp.
The risk of another shutdown, be prepared to lose access. Oh, no. What does that mean? Oh, no.
And again, that's what I said. I said, what does that mean? Well, it can mean a million things, but who knows?
Right. Who does it mean? And where was this one post? Let me get this one up because I thought this one was great, dude. There's another little short video of President Trump talking about. This is interesting. You see, I'm gonna forward this in because do you ever see what's your relationship with President Trump? You ever hear Mike Tyson talk about his relationship with Trump?
Oh, absolutely. I was me and my dad and me were huge Tyson fans, and when I became a Trump fan, I learned all the stuff about Tyson and Trump, and I love that story.
Right? It's crazy. So I'll pull one of these up in 1 sec. I'm just pulling these over to my saved category here.
I'll go while you're doing it. Hey, welcome in, everybody. Happy Sunday. Please smack the red pill and/or that thumbs up or whatever that positive affirmation button is on all those other channels this Space Shot might be going live on. I'm not sure what they are, but smack that positive affirmation button and maybe share us on out, too. That'd be a great addition because, of course, getting that algorithm working in the right way, we've been on the leaderboard every single Sunday. We thank you guys for that. But so those rumblers out there, smack that thumbs up because those leaderboard, we're jumping that leaderboard every single week. And we thank you in advance.
Yes, we do. And these are actually both of these are from one of my co-hosts, Mac, on Monday night. So let me pop these over. I saved these sent these over from him.
Oh, what is your relationship with President Trump?
Wow, that's interesting to say. Let me see how I go. I've known him since I was 17. I've been fighting with him since I was 18, 17. And he's always been a guy. This is what I can say about him. If he's with you, he's with you. If he's not, he's not. But if he's with you, he's with you. Got your back 100%. That's what I've learned from my relationship with him.
And dude, how many times he kind of defended him with the whole rape thing of Desiree Washington, which was, kind of a disgusting situation, right? Because I think here's the weird part, right? She was actually from where I used to work. Coventry, Rhode Island is where she grew up. Yeah. And so, so the story goes is, it was during the Miss America deal or whatever. And even Trump said, like, oh, how ridiculous was his, and let's just say Bobby Kennedy was his lawyer here. He goes, how ridiculous was was Mike's defense? His attorneys essentially said, because Desiree Washington knocked on his door at 2 a.m, that she should expect that he was, wanting sex. right? And so, and to a certain extent, I get that. Like, you know, a girl doesn't knock on a dude's door at 2 in the morning or 3 in the morning to play, you know, canasta is my guess. But at the same point, you don't expect to get attacked. And then again, we don't know what really happened in there. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if he genuinely just did what was said, or was she opportunistic and, you know, did whatever. I don't know.
Based on all the stories I've heard of what they did to Mike Tyson, because they knew he wasn't exactly that smart. They took advantage of him, especially when his trainer, Mick, was it what the hell was his trainer's name? Either way, when his trainer, there you go, thank you. Yes, when Gus died, it changed everything because you had Don King coming in and whatnot, and everything happened, and they literally were taking advantage of him. When he did go to prison for that, I think it was the rape case. Who was the person that was there to get him, or not get him out of jail? Who was there for him when he walked out of prison? Oh, that's right. Donald Trump. Exactly. Donald Trump. So his whole story, like, I don't know, I remember all the details to it. Like you're talking about now, like that specific thing. I don't know all the details, but with Mike Tyson, the way he was, seeing him in the ring, how crazy he would get and how he bit off a piece of freaking Holyfield's ear. I don't doubt the stories that are legit, but they did take advantage of the man. So I literally could go either direction on it. So, but I grew up loving the dude, so I know he's not a perfect person. So either which way.
Yeah, definitely not. He was definitely a beast in there, and that did take a hard hit on his life when his trainer, you know, who trained him since he was like, I don't even know, 12, 13, 14, you know, how to be a man or whatever. And I love the story about, was it Larry Holmes? I forgot who it was. Somebody that ended up beating might have been Larry Holmes that beat the crap out of Muhammad Ali. And then
Muhammad Ali, yes.
He got he
went in there and beat the hell out of him.
He got him back.
He beat the hell out of him. This one's for you, but this one's for you. And he went in there and beat the snot out of him.
That was good.
I love that fight. Yeah. I love going back and watching Tyson fights.
Dude, remember the funny thing was too, we would all, you know, people would get all of the pay-per-view fights, and then we're like, all right, can't wait to see the Tyson fight, and then somebody goes in there
30 seconds.
Yeah, somebody goes in there to get a drink, and it's like, oh, fight's over. It's like, what happened? It's like, dude, why would you go get a drink when this guy's fighting? Because he's knocking people out in 30 seconds, 60 seconds, 10 seconds, and whatever literally, the case may be.
You pay $50-$100 for a pay-per-view, you get to the Tyson fight, you're excited, and they literally last less than one round, like 80% of the time, 90% of the time, 100% of the time early on. Nobody lasted more than a round or two.
Yeah, that's what people wanted, you know. And but then the funny thing is like when it would happen, people would complain it was too fast. So it's like you can't make everybody happy, you know. I get people that complain that my outro video was too long. I'm like, dude, the video's over. You can just click off the video and leave anytime. You don't have to sit there and wait till the end of it, right? Like, so again, you can't make everybody happy. Here's a little clip my buddy Machiavelli put together. I thought was interesting.
Numbers are far greater than they thought. People that thought they were going to make an extra $500, turns out they're making an extra $5,000. So it's been really great. And that's going to carry forward. Look, the country's doing really well. And that's despite a military operation. I don't call it a war. I'd rather have a military operation. We're really, Iran is dying to make a deal. I can only tell you that. I don't want
Donald Trump is your president, and if you like it or not, see the energy you had with Barack.
All 3 terms as president. And again, dude, what did we see during that second term? I don't know, right? Did he pass the reins off to the military? Because he wasn't there, but he was in, Mar-a-Lago, the Winter White House. So what was really going on, dude?
April 1st, 2020, it seems like the military took over. We were apparently in some form of continuity of government. And apparently Trump came back this year / last year, whatever the date exactly was. It was this year? No, it was last year. No, it was this year. Either way, he came back on a 5 or 6 year delta to it, basically, is what he claimed. So either which way, it's like, so in my opinion, what you just played, what he just said. He said, I wouldn't call it a war. I would call it a military op. All right. So it goes right back to what I'm talking about whenever I say we're watching a movie, because it's 2017 and 18. We saw stuff about Iran leadership changes and whatnot. Now we're seeing it in the news 2025 and 6. So we've learned through many different instances of different anons showing us. There was one with a lady who was a comedian. She calls on this soldier guy who basically said that he saw what op he was personally in go on the news, and the news was saying it was live and happening now. And he's like,
yeah.
I was in the op, and I'm sitting right here telling you, I was watching it on the news, saying, no, I'm right here watching it on the news or whatever. So proving that stuff on the news is not live. So it's like, again, back to we're watching a movie. What is that movie? The movie is a military op. I think that's what Trump was referring to. Now, is there real military stuff going on, though, for the optical reasons? Yes, 110%. There's still cleanup going on. So there's still a war. It says in the drops the war is real. But look at how much already had happened. I guarantee you the big pieces have already happened 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12 years ago. So
Yeah, we don't know exactly, what the deal was, but, dude, it's all just so freaking weird, bro. It is. So I brought this up. We touched on this yesterday with Hulkinator, but I think it's worth revisiting. And I'm not going to read the whole letter again. I'm guessing that you may have read it to your folks there. But this person says, analysis of Trump's letter to Congress gives Trump maximum legal flexibility. First, it formally ends hostilities, resets the war powers clock. Second, it preserves forced posture. Troops stay in theater and blockade can stay indefinitely. Third, it asserts independent constitutional authority. No need to ask Congress. Finally, all operational details are classified, secret, no foreign annex. Public can't see what's coming. In summary, Trump just gave himself authority to continue the blockade or strike again without congressional approval. What do you think, bud? I'm loving
number
this.
one, I didn't know anything about this actually at all.
Oh, really?
His letter to Congress. No.
Oh, dude, this is awesome. You want me to read? Let's read a little to you then, because
Sure,
it's only one page. It's pretty. It says, "Dear Mr. Speaker, I wish to inform you of changes in the posture of the United States forces in the United States Central Command of Responsibility (AOR) as part of my efforts to keep the Congress fully informed, consistent with the War Powers Resolution. On March 2nd, 26, I reported to the Congress that February 28, 26, United States forces had initiated Operation Epic Fury and began conducting precision strikes against the regime of the Islamic Republic of Iran. I ordered that operation consistent with my responsibility to protect Americans and United States interests at home and abroad, and in furtherance of the United States national security and foreign policy interests."
Pause.
April 7th. Okay.
Right there. So that's where he said up top of this paragraph, February 28th, 26, Operation Epic Fury began conducting precision strikes, right? So that's when it kicked off. That's the date. 2/28 is the date. Drop 2/28 is the leadership change I was referring to. So I'm kind of just linking this back to as you're going, like, okay, so this links up to. This is where this all started at. Operation Epic Fury happened to be 17 letters. I rest my case. Keep going.
You might want to look up, 0407 or, 407.
You mean drop 407?
Well, yeah, I'm just thinking, on April 7th, 26, I ordered a 2-week ceasefire. Ceasefire has been since been extended. There's been no exchange of fire between the United States forces, very specifically here, but between the United States forces and Iran since April 7th of 26. The hostilities that began on February 28th have terminated. Despite the success of the United States operations against the Iranian regime and continued efforts to secure a lasting peace, the threat posed by Iran to the United States and our armed forces remains significant. Accordingly, the Department of War continues to update its force posture in the AOR in select countries as necessary and appropriate to address Iranian and Iranian proxy forces threats and to protect the United States and its allies and partners. These changes are more fully outlined in the classified attachment to this letter. I have and will continue to direct United States Armed Forces consistent with my responsibilities and pursuant to my constitutional authority to conduct United States foreign relations as Commander-in-Chief and Chief Executive. As the situation evolves, I'll continue to update Congress and blah, blah, blah. But Matrix, one interesting thing I thought was poignant here. Where was it? Right here. Lasting peace. Accordingly, Department of War continues to update its force posture in the AOR in select countries as necessary and appropriate to address Iranian and Iranian proxy forces. So he's saying that they're going to basically update their posture in select countries because they already obviously were talking about Iran here. So they're talking about other areas where maybe Hezbollah is in, and maybe even other areas that Iran is possibly working in, maybe even the United States. I don't know. But I'm just thinking, what other areas are Iranian proxy forces threatening and working in?
Well, can I throw a wrench in here and say, what about those pesky little other people that like to fund Iran behind the scenes? Oh yeah, that little place everybody likes not to say the name because it'll get censored. You mean like Israel? Yes, Israel. I said it.
Israel and UK.
Oh, yeah. So you go back to that. Okay, so you have who just came to the White House?
Well, we were told it was the King of England, but again,
I'm so glad you said it like that.
He's supposedly had cancer, pretty bad cancer for like the last 2 years, and boy, he looked pretty good for a dude that's been sickly for 2 years.
Yeah, no, those sausage fingers look pretty good.
Yeah, they didn't look all mangled. Generally they were all like gnarly and fat, and they just looked a little fat this time.
So we have a king who apparently had cancer, sickly from cancer, and not only that, he shows up all good, and then she leaves on a commercial jet. She leaves on a commercial jet, everybody. Okay, so like Trump said, it's a military op. You're watching a movie. Enjoy the show. That's what I keep on telling everybody. Have patience because we still have to wake people up.
Majorly.
People don't. Our crowd, our people that watch our shows. I've been watching yours, since you started up, basically, and of course, so we move forward to now here, 8 years later, whatever it is. The way we see and the way our crowd sees things, I feel bad because it's like when we see normies not seeing stuff, we all have to remember that normies don't watch what we watch. They don't see the world the way we see it too. So it's like there's still quite a lot of people that need to wake up. And the only way for that to happen is by you guys smacking that like button, reposting the show, and showing this stuff to all your friends and saying, hey, check this stuff out. Because guess what? That's the one of the few ways to get the word out, and doing that with other shows as well to help do the things that we do. Because you know what? There's too many people that have no clue what's going on.
It is. It's like I mentioned the other day during one of the shows that at my work, you'd be surprised how few people know about any of this stuff. And yeah, they see the Trump and Trump's doing this, he's bringing us into war, but they don't see the reasons behind it all, and they don't. They certainly don't know about our favorite letter of the alphabet, right? It's very weird. The scenes today with King Charles were very strange. Trump pulled out all the stops and ceremonies, similar to how he did with Saudi Crown Prince MBS a few months ago. I was getting Capitulation Tour 17 vibes.
That's the other piece I was going to say too. You said it, Capitulation Tour vibes.
Yeah.
The king there, before you hit that one, going back to what I said before, that's the other piece I was going to say is Israel. Don't forget, Israel was first in line on the capitulation tour before.
Yeah.
Now, here we are moving forward. We're always told Israel for last. But Israel in the first capitulation tour was first in line. Now, here we are all these years later. I think we're in capitulation tour part 2. And now, moving forward, what you see on your screen is this. What is this? Oh, there you go. A public of the king now, quote unquote, coming here for his capitulation tour.
Did you see all
Very interesting.
Did you see all the I have them from links from a show, like, I don't even know, 3 or 4 shows ago, but did you see all the ones with the guys that were like dressed in the 1770s, the 1776 soldier outfits? It was great.
Very briefly, I did not see a whole lot of it. When we watched it, we chose the wrong feed to watch it on and show it on, because it turned out to be mostly just Trump face to face, and I was having to look around for different feeds and whatnot to see this, so I barely got to see all the cool stuff that went on.
Yeah. And again, I didn't see the whole thing, but for me, I loved this. Oh wait, there it is. Dude, how cringy do you think that is for them to sit there like that? It's like, wait, shouldn't they be playing our country song and honoring us because we are visitors here?
So this is where my mind goes when you say that. I already know that's not actually them, and that we're watching a movie. So yes, you're 100% right. But you know what my reaction to that is? No, because they're actors.
Actors be acting.
But of course, I got to spit out both sides of my mouth. Yes, you're 100% right on that. They should be going, what the frick is going on right now? With their accent, of course. I don't do their accent, so. What in bloody hell is going on?
Oh, bloody frim-fram. Let me see. Well, actually, you know what? And I don't. This is interesting, all right. And I did not want to. Oh God.
Good point, Locks. No, did you notice the no gold fringe on the flags too? We were pointing that out as well. Whenever the king was up there, when they had the main view. Oh, they're sausage fingers.
I did not see those same fingers the other day. They weren't all gnarly and like swollen like these ones are, because that's swollen, right? Majorly swollen. And this, who's this? Is that the real king? Because
no,
it didn't look like the guy we saw the other day.
Well, okay, let me ask you this though. Put him and Sausage Finger side by side. Just all I can say is which one's which. Which one was the real one? Which one was the actor? And you could probably find about 2 or 3 more you could line up side by side over the last however many years and say, okay, now which one was the real one? Right. That's the hard part. Which one was the real one? I hate to play this game for some people that don't know this. Most of our crowd does. Same with Trump. Which one's the real Trump? Is it white fat golfer Trump in Florida at Mar-a-Lago? Is it okay? There's that one. Then there's the one that we see at the White House. There's multiple ones we see at the White House. There's one that has a whole lot of energy. There's one that has the whistle when he talks. There's the one that's kind of low energy. There's the one that always wears a hat when he does rallies, and that one's also a different one too. He'll specifically wear a hat. That one's also a different one too. We've counted up, at least I personally think there's like 5 or 6 different Trumps rolling around. Now, of course, one of them is probably the real one. Which one it is, I have no idea. I hope. Because then you go into the story that somebody's going to end up throwing in the comments or chat. Well, Trump died in a helicopter crash in 1989 or 1988. I know about that story too. All I can say is Mandela effect's a hell of a thing. So.
Yeah, he did. Well, apparently he didn't die in a helicopter crash. And do you know whose fault that was that he did not die in a helicopter crash? I think it was Roger Stone's fault that President Trump did not die. At least that's what Entheos posted out.
You know what? You're right. I heard that. I heard that. Yep.
Yep. That he was in some sort of they were in some sort of a meeting, or they had to do a meeting that ended up running late, and therefore didn't get on that plane or whatever, or the helicopter or whatever it was. But,
helicopter.
But look, here's him here, right? And he, his face looked like it filled out pretty damn good. And so if I go back to like. Oh, wait, I'm going into the wrong post here. Like this, right? His face looked like it definitely filled out majorly. And so what are we seeing here? How about the ears?
He looks like Dracula with that outfit he's wearing right there.
Yeah, and I would say that, that would probably be the evil one, or the real one. The evil-looking ones. The Dracula-looking ones is the real-looking ones. But the face looked like it definitely, maybe I'm seeing it from a different perspective, but it looked like it filled out a little bit more.
Yeah, no, it has. That one there looks almost older and sickly. Ears look right. Well, you got to remember the skin masks that they have. All you need is a person that has a similar facial structure. I think this one here, right here on this guy, his nose don't look quite as long and slender.
I pray.
And the nose don't look right. And then I was noticing the birthmark here on the side of his cheek.
Yes.
On the other one, it looks like it's a little higher up. So this one looks like it's above the crease of his mouth, but below his nose.
Yep.
And then this one up here looks, let me turn this off here so he's not playing. I don't know, it looks like it's maybe a little higher up if I can spot it again. It looked like it was. And again, I don't know. I don't know. We could be spinning wheels here all day with this stuff, but what we are seeing versus, what's reality versus what's fake, I don't know, dude. But I would just say he doesn't look like the psychopath, of times past, and who knows what this guy's showing. And I don't know how this guy stays on the air. Some of the things he posts out, bro, I don't know.
Oh, I know, right? Well, the other thing we got to remember too is look what happened when he was in the Congress, in the chamber. We had all those people in Congress sit there and give him standing ovations and whatnot. And after they sat there and did the No Kings rallies and this, that, and the other,
Love it.
and they sat there and gave him all the praise in the world. And then I found a video that somebody had posted out where one of the guys, after he walks by, does this weird head swirl that looks like all I can say is he looked like a lizard person. A lizard.
Really?
Straight up look, yeah, like the way I might have that in my bookmarks. I think I have it in my bookmarks. I could bring it up, but it's really weird what he does. Like the king walks by and then I don't know, he just does this weird head shake thing. I don't know how to describe it. Here, I do have it. It's right here.
Got it? Let me see. King Charles.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, keep going with your thing. Keep going with your thing if you need to. But yeah, this is it. I found it.
No, yeah. Go right ahead. I'll stop sharing and you can pop her right up. I'm definitely interested because, dude, have you ever seen any of these videos where people, excuse me, where these people, they maintain that, I was in a room and I saw this, entity, turn into whatever, or this celebrity turn into, a creature. I've seen many videos like that.
Yes, very specifically, the one I remember is when Vladimir Putin, and apparently he saw the Queen. I don't know if he saw her face as well, but he didn't know he saw her morph into a lizard. So
I'm seeing the bald back of somebody's head here, and a guy with a red, white, and blue tie.
This guy, yeah. So there's a couple different pieces to it, but this is the main guy you're going to be focusing on for what I'm talking about. Watch this. I don't remember what the sound. I think the sound's just find out. Yeah, just music. Watch him though. Afterwards, he does this head. You see it from another angle here. Watch this. That. It's weird.
What is he doing? His eyes look evil too,
I
dark.
know. It's great. So, have you ever seen the show Supernatural?
Yeah.
Okay. Anybody out there that hasn't, I'm sorry. Makes it simple for me. Whenever there is a demon possessing a person, they have a weird way of acting. They don't act like a normal human. This guy here, I happen to pause it right on his eyes. His eyes just happen to look dark. The king just walked by. He just shook his hand. And look at the way he acts, the way his head moves, and the way he jerks around. Just his whole demeanor doesn't look right, is all I'm saying about this. Almost like he's under a spell.
Ooh.
Watch him.
It's like he's looking left and then down and up.
Just creepy. Just creepy.
I wonder who that guy is. Anybody in the chat recognize this
know.
rep? But dude, you know what I was thinking? Remember that movie with Denzel Washington where they had the spirit that could touch the person and then put the spirit into them? What the hell was that? Time is on my side. Yes, it is. That was that was the song that the evil spirit kept singing, and he's like, "Okay, you're sharing still, or should I retake?"
No, I'm not. Oh, hey, sorry, I didn't mean.
No, you're good. You're good.
There you go.
But yeah, that video or that movie Denzel Washington was in, Time is on My Side. Yes, it is. I forget the name of it, but it was really good movie. But the person, apparently the spirit was Azazel, and just by touching people, they would transfer the spirit into another person. Washington Azazel. Let me see.
Real quick, I got to thank you to say as well. That's coming from. I don't want to forget this. I just know I will for sure. I know how I am when it comes to my phone. I always forget these because I don't pay attention to my phone. So my phone went off, and let's see, where are you in the chat? So I say this right. I saw you pop in. Oh, where'd you go? There you are. TK1216. Thank you very much for that. I'll just say because it is what it is. It's the $17 Venmo. It's 17, so boom. And it comes with a pizza icon. So I think she's referring to some pineapple pizza right there. I think I got your drift, TK1216. Thank you very much for that Venmo.
Heck yeah. Heck yeah. What was I going to say? Ooh, I ended up, I had to get myself a new phone yesterday.
Oh, nice. What'd you get? Did you happen to get an iPhone 17?
I did. So here's the funny part.
Yes.
So here's the funny part. I had a 16E, and so like if you want to get the Pro Max, they're like $1,300, or the Pro is like $1,000, and the one that I got's like the one that you can do a payment plan on because I'm cheap and I don't really care. So it would have been an extra $20 a month for me to get the 17 Pro. Would have been like an extra $10 for me to get the regular 17, and then so I went from the 16E to the 17E, and therefore my price change is 0. It doesn't change me a damn thing, and now I got an iPhone 17 for basically paying it off for $25 a month. So
very nice.
And the best part is this other phone. I'm telling you, it was possessed. The 16 was possessed. I could try to text people. I think I've even done it to you a couple times. Like, dude, I know I sent you a text, but then the next day I go and the text is still sitting there like a draft. And so numerous people would happen to. I'd send the text out, but it never would go out. And the other thing was I would write a text message and then go to hit the send button. And it didn't do it all the time, but it did it enough that it was a pain in the ass that I go to hit the send button and it wouldn't hit send. Only would hit send after I would go back and hit the space bar again. And like I told the guy, he goes, I never heard of that one before. I'm like, well, I'm telling you what, it's happened, a couple hundred times to me at least. And the other weird thing is whenever I would, and then this is a haptic thing that I probably have a setting to turn off. Whenever I would send a text message to somebody and then immediately go to put the phone on my hip holster, it would go boom, 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 and it would start recording my voice. And I'm like, I didn't mean to do that. Like, what the hell's going on? So, yeah, we got a new one.
I'll say this. I hope you enjoy, because I'll tell you what, I've had one nice phone in my life. It was when the Pixel 5 or something came out back in like 2017, 18, 19. And it was nice. And then it finally just went kerboom on me. So I have nothing since like 2020 or something along that line. Finally got me this iPhone 17, but I actually went with the Max Pro.
Oh,
and
damn.
holy, I am so impressed by it. All I can say is I'll leave it alone. I'm so impressed by this stupid thing. And the other reason I got it too is I've never had an iPhone before, but I had to do it for 2 reasons. One, it's Trump orange, and 2, it's a 17. I had to fucking do it. I had to do it. It's a 17. I couldn't pass it up. So
now, does that have a thing on the back, or is this just something that somebody did where you can actually slide down the back of it to take like a selfie from the back? Is that the Max, or is that the Pro, or what? Or do you not know?
I have the Pro Max, so I don't know. I have a different phone than you if you don't have the Pro Max.
No, mine's cheapy. I got 1 camera on the back, and you got like 3 or 4.
I got 3 cameras and then 2 other dinkies on the side. I have 5 different things on the back of mine.
Yeah, so it was for me. It was not worth.
Nice.
Yeah, well, you can film in some sort of almost professional filming where it looks kind of like, like 80s grainy type of film, but it's supposed to be like a really professional type of phone that you can do good things on. Any of the Pro and the Pro Max, you're supposed to be doing a lot of good things with it.
Is the movie you're talking about Fallen with Denzel Washington?
Oh, it is. And you know what? Hold on, I got a clip for you here. You're gonna love
Shout
this.
out Cha-Cha 1745 for getting that in the chat. I just realized you said that. I see it.
Yep, Cha-Cha-Cha. So I figure, why not put in a little clip of this? That way I can get copyrighted, and that way later on I can cut the clip out. But any of you guys that are on YouTube, you can certainly go over to pill.net or the foxhole.app or rumble.com, where you guys will notice a full video where a lot of times we have to cut things out of the YouTube feed. So just so you guys know, so here is the demon in the movie, and this is what they were talking about. This is crazy. I loved this movie. Did you end up seeing this?
Yes, I've seen it.
Oh, I love this movie. This is great. So essentially, this is the demon right now, and what Denzel Washington doesn't understand is that all this guy needs to do is touch somebody, and if they are of, a open mind to do it, they will get their spirit taken over by this demon, essentially. So
Syrian Aramaic. How clever.
Jesus.
Honey, is there something?
It's true what I said, though. I do know who you are. Zazel.
Where'd you get that? From Milano's place? You found something up there. Well, some things, pal, you shouldn't know.
Like what? Like what?
And if you know, you should never ever tell.
Beware my wrath.
See this again. I haven't seen this in years.
How creepy is that, dude?
A long time ago, I saw this. Wow.
Oh, dude.
That reminds me of what you just said too, or about what's his name that I showed.
Yeah, hold on. This is
Though you shook the king's hand and boom, he gets something. And even though everybody out there is like, oh, he's an actor, yes, but we're also talking about evil people too, as well at the same time. So we're just, I spitball exactly what I see. So.
I love it. Yeah, and this is the dude in the beginning. So he's like he's the Azazel, and so they're like, oh, we're just killing him. And so, but you can't kill a spirit. And so what they told him, what he found out during this is, once the spirit dies and it goes off into like the air, it's much more difficult for the host or for any of these people to like resist it, right? Versus what the scene you guys just saw. So, is some of this stuff real? Can people do this stuff in real life? I don't know, but
I don't believe it's I don't think it's as easy as they just showed it in the movie. But yes, 100%, I believe that is real. I mean, too many stories, too many firsthand accounts of people being possessed. So,
Matrix, you eat I think I'm going to throw a curveball to the show for a second here. Do you eat any bread? Do you eat bread? Bread in general?
Sadly, I actually do. Sadly, I eat the terrible bread for you made here in America in the stores. So.
Oh no. Are you? Is it? Oh God, Hostess, or is it one of those brands, or are you eating one of?
Give me here. Hang on, give me a second. Actually, I ate a sandwich before the show. I can literally tell you, it's Nature's Own honey wheat is what I.
All right, good. So you're good. Okay, all right, here we go. You're good for now. For now, you're good. Ready? Take a listen to this, dude. This is pretty crazy.
This message is for Dave's Killer Bread, and Dave's Killer Bread only. I don't know. Actually, this is a public service announcement, maybe. We were just too seriously. I was just about to feed a sandwich to my daughter when I was cutting the crust off of the sandwich, and there's actual wood chips in the loaf of bread. And at first I was gaslighting myself. I was like, maybe it's some sort of like grain or oat or something. But no, it's for sure a wood chip. And they're like all throughout this bread. And I've gone through like literally the entire loaf now feeling for it. I thought it was just in one piece. Not that that makes it better. But there's literal wood chips throughout our whole loaf of bread. So check your Dave's Killer Bread.
Dude? I mean, maybe she got a bad batch?
No. It takes me back to here. Okay, so for a long time, I heard the stories about there being, what is it, sawdust in
Yes,
certain things,
for
which was
filler,
like
right?
yeah, in cheese. Now, I oddly enough, of all things, here I have one right here. This is my buddy's mom works at a school, so when she gets extra, like the morning time cereals they give the kids in the morning. Remember those from high school, like the little single serving things of cereal.
Oh yeah.
I get the extras, right? And I get excited when I get certain ones that I usually like. But this one here, it says corn puffs on it, but what is it? This is Kix. It's Kix is really what it is.
Okay.
Do you remember Kix?
Oh yeah, Kicks, absolutely.
Okay. Here's the thing. There's a whole theory out there that that Kix is actually just balls of sawdust. Now, here's the thing: is because I heard that, and I got you hear it in my hand right now. I'm holding it. So I had a couple of them. So there you go, Kix right there. Boom.
Corn
Exactly
puffs.
what this. Yep, this is exactly what it is. Just labeled corn puffs, right? So I know that theory, and I haven't had these in my hand, and I don't even know how long. So I cracked one of these open, and of course, I get to the bottom of it and look at it, and of course, where the bottom of the bag, you always get the end of the cereal.
Yeah.
Dude, it looks exactly like clean sawdust or wood pulp. There you go. So you saw it here, wood pulp. There's another word, sawdust, wood pulp, whatever. So I saw it. I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. So like I couldn't bring myself to eat the stuff anymore. It's just basically flavored sawdust or wood pulp or whatever you want to call it. Now I bet you there really is other stuff in it, but that's what I think they've added to it as well. And seeing that bread just brings back what I'm talking about, and having this in my hand, because I literally just got this like last week, and I opened one up just for this exact theory, and you happen to bring up wooden bread. So it's kind of crazy that you did that.
Let me see. I'm just trying to get an answer for somebody in the chat here. That movie was called Fallen, Fallen, by Denzel, and then the husband from Roseanne is in it also. He's like his partner in the beginning.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, John Goodman. He's in it as well. Very good.
Goodman,
I like that movie. I thought it was excellent, personally.
Harry Goodman.
Yeah.
John Goodman.
Yeah, John Goodman. Yeah, it should be John. I think I said that. I thought I did anyway.
You said Barry after that. I didn't know. It was like, who's Barry?
Barry. Well, so let me see. Was it this one? No, it was this one. Okay, so again, I don't think it's out of the realm of possibility to say that maybe they are filling some people's food with wood chips, and then perhaps what had happened in this case, that it maybe they didn't chop it down enough. They didn't get it into dust enough. And that's why this woman and her family is seeing it. And again, we can't go off of like one family seeing it. I think I have some of this. If I don't have this, I have a different kind of Dave's.
Dave's Killer. I mean, think of the name, Dave's Killer Bread. They're trying to kill you with the freaking chunks of wood in the bread, bro. It's the name says it all.
See what John Rich wrote right there? Hey,
I didn't even know. I came up with that myself.
Give me about 20 seconds. I'm gonna go to the fridge and. You have one brand of this bread.
What? See, if you can hear me, I've never even heard of that brand of bread before. And now that I probably should look it up to see if they even sell it near me, because you're on the East Coast, I'm in the Midwest, and typically East Coast, West Coast, Midwest have totally different selections on certain things. So,
well, this one's Good Seed. This one is Dave's Killer Bread, thin sliced Good Seed. Now,
so he has killer seeds in that bread, bro. Be careful.
But dude, here's the weird part. I remember, gosh, how long ago was it? It wasn't that long ago. Let me search my texts for bread, because I know I texted somebody about this bread. I swear you could just, and it was good. But I'm telling you, there was something else with the same company that had something wrong with a different version of this bread. And I forget what it was. The same company, I know that for sure, but I just don't remember exactly what it was. What was the issue with that particular bread? I want to say mold or something like that. I just can't remember, so I don't really want to make that, that stipulation right now of what it was exactly. But I know for sure there was something else, and it was not wood chips. It was something else in there. Okay, let's move along then. We did that.
Apparently, you were trying to say not Barry, but very good movie, and you said Barry came out of your mouth. That's what threw me off. Thank you, Tracy S, for letting me know that, and for that cookie went in the process. Thank you. You cleared that up.
We're very good
we're very good at what we do,
explaining things. Yeah, B-More says, yeah, disgusting. Selling a sawdust cereal for $5 a box. Yeah, if you can get it that cheap. If you can get it that cheap.
Hey, I went shopping yesterday, and I don't buy cereal in any way, shape, or form. So it's like I don't know what it costs honestly anymore. I get, like I said, I get these little single packs or whatever, and it just so happened I cannot believe you brought that up though. The bread with the wood, because I had that on my mind literally in the last week, and I opened my box up. Of course I ate a piece. I'm like, all right, what's it take? Oh man, it's still good too. I can't eat it. Because of course I loved Kix as a kid, and of course I was like, man, I'm eating sawdust, man. What the hell is going on right now?
That's why it tastes a little different.
And now they got wood in your bread, and the bread is, what's it called again? Can you scroll up? What was it called? Killer Mike's?
Dave's Killer
Bread. Oh my God, that is the most ridiculous name. And then they got wood chips in their bread. Come on, man.
Right? Oh well, are wood chips better for you? Health wise than say, bread. I don't know. Let's see. A dietitian discusses the nutritional value of this whole grain bread.
Whole grain, not whole tree, bro.
I know, whole tree bark. Dave Dahl, who transformed his life after serving time in prison. Oh, there we go. That's all we needed to know. Dude. Dave Dahl, who made Dave's Killer Bread, founded in 2005 by Dave Dahl, who transformed his life after serving time in prison. Dave's Killer Bread began with a vision to create the best tasting wood bark you've ever had in your life. Something extraordinary, starting his family's bakery in Portland, Oregon. Oh, God, dude. Need I say more? All right, prison, Portland, Oregon. I am done with Dave's. Dude. Oh, passion for baking wholesome, flavorful bread. The company stands out for its commitment to organic. I mean, dude, they're going really organic. And non-GMO ingredients, crafting delicious loaves filled with whole grains, seeds, nuts, and tree bark. But their mission goes beyond baking exceptional bread. They want you to have the artisan taste of wood as well.
Oh my God.
That's all I needed to see, dude. Portland, Oregon, and prison. Wow. Like, dude, I gotta cut that one to save for later.
No seed. Hey, you know what those seeds are? They got in there. They got extra poppy seeds in there. That way you pop bad on a test as well.
Oh my God, dude! But seriously, like, and that's not cheap bread either, bro. That is expensive bread.
And they got wood in it. You're paying for straight up wood.
Yeah. Yes, we are.
Oh man, that is hilarious.
So, all right, we got to get serious just for a little bit. Just for a little bit.
Oh no,
Promise.
Serious?
Yeah, I don't know. And again, it's bullshit. They're lying. Matrix. There's no discussions going on. Trump's a freaking liar. He's lying to us. He doesn't deserve our trust. He's freaking lying. There are no talks going on. Okay.
That's it. I'm a Democrat now. I believe you.
May 3rd, 20. All right, so that's today, 3 hours ago. Iran has agreed to put its nuclear program on the table in talks with the U.S. Wait, so they are? Wait, Matrix, I thought they weren't talking. That's what I was told by the people that are in the know, that Trump's lying and they're not talking. Okay. Tehran has proposed capping uranium enrichment at 3.5%, well below weapons grade. Iran has also offered to gradually reduce its existing stockpile of enriched uranium. Oh, I thought they didn't have any. This marks a significant shift from previous positions. Source, Al Arabiya. So again, dude, we're getting talking
points. Say Al Arabiya or AI Arabia?
I think it's Al Arabia.
Okay, making sure.
Al Arabiya, and then what is this? Israel is now openly calling it the Gaza model in Lebanon 2,600 dead, over 1 million displaced, dozens of towns near the southern border completely flattened, several mile deep buffer zone Israel says has plans to permanently occupy. And so they're saying that Hezbollah is in Lebanon, right? And they're saying that Iran is funding it. And again, I feel like at the end of the day, what's going to happen is it's not going to be enough for these guys right here. Nothing's ever going to be enough for these guys. And I feel like has been said already, like we have different goals. We have different, we have different goals in this war than other countries do, right? And we don't want to, flatten the whole country of Iran. We want to disable their leadership. But I think there's going to be a certain country out there. I'm not saying which one, but that one country it's not going to be enough for. And I think that's going to be the separation between us and them, because they're going to do something. They're going to go above and beyond. And we've already seen it kind of, like Trump's like, no, they're not going to hit this area. And then they do. So
yeah, they want that greater. Is it real? So
they want it, but again, what's really going on? And I try to look at different sources of information rather than us, Q-tards that are, whatever they want to say, cult members, whatever. But the thing is interesting, and I can add Victor Davis Hanson to the crew of people that are seeing more to the situation than what is being presented, right? In that there are bigger plans to what's going on here. It's not just, Trump's in Bibi's pocket or he's in Israel's pocket doing whatever they want. So Victor Davis Hanson is seeing similar things to what I'm seeing, right? 2C TV is seeing similar things to what I'm seeing. The women over there at Promethean Action are seeing similar things to what we're seeing. But also, all of our sources are different data sets, right? But we're all starting to see this too. And the thing that I don't understand is how some of these seemingly intelligent folks out there are seemingly, turning their nose to those facts and then just going with the default low-hanging fruit of, Trump's just doing what they want. And blah, blah, blah. I mean, I don't know, dude. I don't know what to say.
Again, there's the people that are saying that are also probably the people that, one, don't watch the news. Two, the news they do watch is left-wing crap. So you literally hear what you're hearing from them. So again, those are the type of people I was talking about before that aren't part of the 4 to 6%. They just truly have no idea what's going on. And the only bit of news they get are from the crap. So those are the people that what we're talking about when we say, we need to get the word out to them so that way we don't sound crazy when we say the stuff that we say, because our crowd listening knows most of the stuff that we say. You know what I mean? It's like when we say Joe Biden wasn't Joe Biden, our crowd goes, yeah, we know that. You say that to one of the people you're talking about that are just like, whether they're fringe or not, or they're black-pilled or whatever, they have no idea, and they don't watch the news, and all they watch is CNN, and they believe everything they're fucking told. You tell them that Joe Biden wasn't Joe Biden, they'll give you the stare of, a deer in the freaking headlights, like, you're retarded, you're a conspiracy theorist. So it's like, those are the people, though, that can be woken up because they just truly don't know, and you don't wake them up with saying that wasn't Joe Biden. You wake them up, though, because you show them what's actually going on with real things, not going to QAnon or Q stuff, but like what you do better than me, which is give them real life stuff like Promethean Action or Promethean Updates, which I show on our shows as well, and all the different things that you see that's actually going on in the world that CNN does not cover, or they skew what is really going on, and you give them real news, and those people can be woken up. It's the 4 to 6% that can't be woke up that that we're talking about, that we're not talking about right here. Those are the people that are just, no matter what you say, it's Trump's fault, and it's always bad. So,
dude, you're so on point. And what I've noticed is, I'm just gonna make this a general statement. In that, what I've seemed to notice is certain people that are starting to go down that Trump derangement syndrome route are the folks, kind of like you said, that are too busy to really either want to take the time to investigate the stuff. And let's just say even certain content creators I've seen out there that have recently turned their opinion to on Trump or versus Trump lately. These are the people that I've noticed that are not really in it fully, and they're kind of like how do I say this nicely?
Bandwagoners?
Well, not really bandwagoners, but like not really taking the time to do a good, fair amount of research. And I feel like they're taking, the headlines from the doomers out there, from the people that, oh, Trump's just doing what BB wants. And because it's low hanging fruit, it's easy to just say, oh, see, he's doing what they want and that's it and blah, 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 blah. But when you take a look at the broader spectrum of what's going on, like the financial backing that they've done with Besant and certain moves that they've made over there and what they're exposing, right? But there are a lot of people, I wouldn't say there's a lot of people, but the people that are turning their backs late in the game are people that are not doing their due diligence of their own research, right? They're not following our own talking points, which are, don't believe what me and Matrix are saying. You can listen to what we say, but verify it all for yourself, right? Don't take my word for anything. And that's how it should be. People should be fact-checking things that we're saying on here and finding out if there are people trying to, get over on you and make you, think one thing more than another. But that's what I'm seeing, dude. The people that are just like, oh, well, I got really busy this last couple months with work, and therefore I don't really have enough time to research too much into it anymore. Those are the people that are falling off because they're just going for the quick headlines. And most of the quick headlines, if you go around here, that's what it is. It's, oh, Trump's just doing what BB wants. And, dude, is that dude even friggin' alive? That's what I want to know. I don't know that he's alive after, the 10th of February of this year. I really don't.
I'll be honest with you. I can go back to, there's somebody that put side by sides together. I can't remember the exact time frame. I think it might be 2020. They put like 2019 BB versus 2021 maybe BB, and that one's also different. So the one we're seeing now, I don't know if it's changed again or whatnot, but I know for sure we're at least on 2.0. So if not 3.0, so however you want to look at it, I do know I would say we're not on the original regardless. So when the change was, I don't know, but I know I've seen stuff from the past before the recent possible change too.
Right, and it was alleged. Man, my typing is horrible. It was alleged that was actually true that October 7th, like that next Monday, they were going to have riots in the streets about BB, right? And so he was going to be going under charges as well. So I thought it was pretty interesting. Post a video from the gym to prove he's healthy. Oh, wait, he's got videos here. I don't know if this is...
Oh, prove you don't have 6 fingers. And then he does because they can make those AI videos.
Look, he's working out, dude. I mean, it's real. See? He's right there. He's alive. The worst part is, we could make a video of us doing this and us not really be there doing it. A 10-pounder? Really? Doing 10-pound curls? Dude, I don't know, dude. I think he looks skinnier there than what we've been seeing in public.
It don't look right.
Especially sitting, like, here. Like, right after he puts it down.
Remember those skin masks go all the way down their chest and whatnot too. So all you got to do is throw the mask on the dude with whatever body he has. Boom. You have Netanyahu. Throw a guy in the gym, turn a camera on, and boom, yet Netanyahu.
Oh God, where was it? Hulk dropped this yesterday during the show. You're gonna love this one, dude. Oh my word, this is bananas. Which one was it? Right here, Patrick Palmer. Okay, here. Look at this dude. For all of you out there who love OnlyFans.
Ich weiß, das sieht täuschend echt aus. Vor allem für die ältere Generation. Aber ich bin nur ein Prompt, der beliebig geändert werden kann. Egal ob beim Autofahren oder im Badezimmer. Alles fake. Ich kann mich manipulieren, wie ich will. Und du bekommst es nicht mal mit. Wirklich niemand kann mehr zwischen KI und Realität unterscheiden. Also bitte, teile dieses Video. Schütze deine Kinder. Schütze deine Familie, deine Freunde.
Isn't that crazy, dude? So...
I mean, oh my God, it bugs the hell out of me. So this is literally, seeing this proves, me and my buddy we played disc, today's Sunday, right? So Saturday. Last 3 days in a row, we went out playing disc golf. So during the last 3 days, we kind of brought up the fake AI stuff and whatnot. And seeing this, I saw this, I think either this morning or last night, whenever it was. And when I saw this, I was like, this is exactly why. I had the same conversation with my buddies. Like, this is exactly why, in no way, shape, or form, do I do any kind of online, like, searching for any kind of female. I don't do any kind of dating. I don't trust anything I see as far as this goes. And this is exactly why. None of that stuff I would ever do. And the reason I'm saying that though is because my buddy dates online. He does that type of shit where he meets chicks online. I'm like, how do you trust that stuff? And so he always gives me his reasoning, but I'm like, I see this stuff. I'm like, you're crazy. You're absolutely crazy to do that because I see this type of stuff. I'm like, you have no clue what the hell you're talking about or what you're seeing until you actually meet it. So I don't know. Yeah, I saw that. Like I said, this morning or last night, I was like, oh my God, no.
AI equals money. Look at, and he does the kiss. Oh God, dude, that was at half volume.
See, that's messed up, man. All I can say is that is messed up. No.
That is bananas, dude. That is bananas. That's, that's why people need to get out of your house and stop, doing all these stupid, and think that you're talking to a real person. Like, how do you prove that, Like, even nowadays, you could say something like, oh, well, hold up a finger, hold up these three fingers and take a picture. But, like, you couldn't even do that now. Like, how do you prove that you're real? It's a scary world, bro. It's a scary world out there right now. Very scary.
See, all the chicks that I've been actually dated, I've only ever met one that was online. But the creepiest thing about it is that I actually had met her in person before I met her online, and we didn't even know it. It's like it was meant to be. That was the first chick I had a ring on her finger. That was a weird, crazy story. But it's like we actually met in person, didn't realize it, and then we happened to meet online. So yeah, really weird. Yeah, one of those situations. Like I wasn't searching online. I've never ever in my life done that. But she literally just hit me up, and I was like, I ain't never done. I don't even trust this. Back then, this is 20. What do I mean? 26. 20. Yep. This is 20 years ago. This was on MySpace.
Wow.
Literally on MySpace. I was like, I don't do that. Nuh-uh. But of course it ended up happening. And I was with her for a while and whatnot. But yeah, that was the one time ever on the internet I met somebody that wasn't because of me. I wasn't on no dating site, but like, yeah, some random chick hit me up. But how it was though, I met her at a gas station. She drove the same car as me, and she was filling her air up, her tires up with air or whatever. And I went over to ask her if she needed help, but she had just got done. I was like, oh, maybe not then. So I kind of nodded at her, waved at her, whatever I did, walked inside. I was like, oh shit, she was hot too. Went inside, I got my shit, and I said to myself, I should have talked to her. I didn't. 2 weeks later, that chick, I didn't know it, but chick hits me up. When I finally went to meet her, we pull up at in the driveway to the dinner, the restaurant we went to. I was like, no shit. We both realized the exact moment. We both saw the same car. We're like, that's you. Holy shit. Yeah, I ended up putting a ring on her finger and everything. So yeah, I've met somebody online, but it was weird because I met her beforehand too. So I think that was a God nod right there to me.
That's crazy, dude. And I don't know why I got back into this, but this is Dave's Killer Bread because somebody said that he was in there for murder. But no, it was, dude, 15 years in prison, 4 separate stints for burglary, armed robbery, distribution of drugs, dealing meth, assault, and more. In and out of the family bakery between sentences, but kept relapsing. So this is a guy who was putting bread chips into his friggin' wood chips into his bread. Oh my God. What do you think, dude? I was trying to look for
what do I think? What do I think? It sounds like what Hunter Biden would do if he ran a bread company.
Oh my God, dude. Yeah, that's
Parmesan cheese. Did you say Parmesan or did you
Look at this.
Oh.
Never be a trial. He's already in hell, somebody says. Is this what you're talking about?
Exactly.
Real BB was replaced. I suspect the actor is being given escape from the limelight right now because his scene is over. Take a look-see.
You said, all right, well, if you're going to have me look, there's my hard drive. I'll see if I can find what I'm talking about real quick. Go ahead.
And Yahoo was replaced because he was dead. I mean, anything is possible at this point. I mean, I was just trying to look up like old, any, oh God. there's any pictures that were just media, right? This trying to find any side by sides like that, like we were just seeing, and apparently there are none. That's weird. But proudly posting your war crimes is not normal. Lebanon continuing, and again, is he even posting this stuff?
Thank you. That's what I was just gonna say, literally.
And that is nasty stuff. Look at that. Oh, and again, good.
Hillary Clinton. I don't care. However you think about her, I think was arrested on 9/11, 2016. Since that point forward, we've seen a double, and since that point forward, we've seen her double or white hat operation run all her accounts online too. So just like them, Netanyahu and Israel was the first to capitulate back in 2017. Who's really running his account? That's what I would say.
You know what I'm looking up right now? I got an album. If I can find this best material. I put all my albums here. There's one video that I have of Hillary Clinton, or excuse me, her double, walking around, and it's 100% not her, because she's like, oh, do you want to take a picture? And you can hear it in her voice. It's not her 100%. And I'm like, wait, there's no way that's her. So that's her double. But I showed that last week, Matrix. I showed a few times over and over and over. We went over the Hillary 9/11 video, and then it was weird because at a certain point it looked like her arms were behind her back, and then it looks like they were handcuffed, but then it looks like all of a sudden in the next frame her hand, or her right hand, went in front of her, but then it looks like she was definitely dragged in by her toes. Whether she was passing out from dehydration or if she was trying to resist being pulled into the van, I'm not sure, but it was, we went over this last week. It was pretty interesting. Hillary.
That's one of my favorite things too, is like, I'm telling you, when it comes to Hillary, it's like I think whatever we're seeing has been a double / a mask since 26. Basically, so what that means is, so people have to comprehend what that means. If I'm right, that means that since the election, before the election, we've seen the double and or an actress play that part all the way through now. And yes, that's what I believe is going on. That's what I think. She had a really good double all them years that could stand next to her, and they looked really, really, really similar, to where if they weren't standing next to each other, it'd be tough to tell them apart. That's who I'm talking about. I think that's the one that's actually been playing her since this video you have on the screen.
Yeah, something's very weird with this whole video, and I can't really, to be honest with you, I can't see it very clearly. Is there anything better? 640s is better, as best as we're going to get. So just for what I was seeing the other day, clearly the woman that's on her left in front of this woman, you can't really see, she has her arm interlocked into her arm. But the weird part for me is it looks like this arm is bent back, but I would say her hand is either in her pocket or in her front, not in the back. But I keep seeing this right here is her left hand from what I can see here. So let's take a look. You see the hand moves up and down a little bit.
And yeah, so it's behind her back. I think it's connected to that right hand right there. Now that's why the guy comes over and puts his arm under her right armpit.
It's weird, right? Like, if somebody was dehydrated or whatever and you were going to help them, you wouldn't make them put their hand behind their back. You might interlock your arm like that to give them some support, but then again, why wouldn't there be somebody else on the other side to provide support if she is, say, just dehydrated? But again, I'm going on record as her arm is 100% interlocked, and that is 100% the color of her skin of her left hand. And then for me, at first I thought it was handcuffed in the back, but then it looks like the front hand kind of goes loose as we go here. So, see, the hand to me looks in front. Looks in front. See, right there. Right?
I don't think so.
Let's see. So I'm gonna show you. I'll show you what I see. See right there? It looks like the arm is curved and his arm's trying to go in there, but it looks to me like it's in front. I could be wrong, I don't know, but it looks to me like it's in front.
Actually, I think I see what lights up is not what you think is her hand. It's actually part of the van, I think.
Wait, did I just see through this thing? Wait. Dude, look at the
I know,
hand.
I saw that too.
Her hand goes right through this thing, dude. Look at this.
Right there.
Wait,
oh,
why?
no. We're watching it in 640. We got to remember that.
So what, you would see more?
It's not HD, so we can't take something like that too much, even though it's a small one. Being 640, yes, it is interesting, but because it's 640, I wouldn't go too heavy with it.
Yeah, why can I see through it, but why can't I see through anything else? That is just weird, because I don't see through this one. I don't see this guy's arm moving around, but I see things through that. That's weird. Look at, I see her hand.
Well, see, I think it's also the coloring too. Her hand, I can see it there. It's interesting, but again, it's 640. I don't know. I'm not going to. Here's the thing: is this whole thing could be CGI.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
The whole thing could be CGI, not just one little piece. Maybe there's that piece you just caught is the piece to make sure it lets us know, hey, it is CGI. I don't know, but regardless, I take this piece as what I said. That's when she got arrested, and since this point, I think she's been played by whoever the other double is.
Right there, you can see it just barely in this split second. To me, it looks like her hand is in front. So let's pull it back a little bit here. I know it's a weird thing here. I got all this on here, but watch this. It looks like it's bent here, and then it kind of goes here. And then as this guy grabs it, to me, it looks like it's in front. But here we go. Let's see.
That's
right there. Right there. See the hand? I think that's the hand in the front.
I think that's the. Maybe it did move. I don't know. I don't know.
We'll see if the chat's thinking we're a bunch of crazies, or if they're seeing what we're seeing. Let's
see.
We're
crazy. We're crazy.
Oh, there's no question about that. We're beyond bananas. But what's the chat saying there?
Angel Wing says, I agree with my theory. She's dangerous. How about that? Boom. Thank you.
I would agree 100% with that. Bamlo says, it looks like they ripped her off the curb and she wasn't ready. Yeah. And then again, I'll go back to the toes that look like they're being dragged in right here. Dragged. She was like tip of the tippy toes. Her were being dragged right there.
Yeah.
Right. Go and right there.
Locke says, who cares? She's done.
Well, we want to see it though, for sure. I want to see. I want to see it. Oh, and Liz Crokin's got the thing of her showing up at the Hamptons for her wedding to her billionaire fiance, Alex Soros. Oh, I never saw this one. Did you?
Maybe not. I don't know.
Well, because remember, this was recently. Wait, what
this
was the date?
on Trump's birthday last year.
Right? Nothing weird about that, right?
That's it's part of the movie. Think about drop 666 tells you.
Is she gonna get out over here or what? Come on, Liz. I don't see her getting out though. Clinton aide Hama to her wedding at the. Oh, this is Huma arriving to the wedding, to her own wedding. I don't see Hillary. Clinton aide. But dude, how the oddness that they're gonna have it on his birthday, like maybe they met on his birthday or something. Who knows, dude?
Do a random thing. Pull up if you have the drops open. Pull 614 up real quick. 614 or not 614. Sorry, 666. You got me saying 614. 666.
Bing, bing, bing.
And the reason why is because down here, just below the 666 stock market dive, it says Soros transfer of wealth. Oh, there you go. Dopey freed. Marriage for power, not love. Hilton, Roth, Soros, Clinton, etc. But right there. So Soros transfer of wealth. You have Soros Sr. apparently giving his stuff to nonprofits and also his son. Then you have the marriage for power. And of course you have Huma apparently marrying Soros Jr. So just throwing that out there. And and think about it. That's drop number what? 666. Talking about a stock market dive 666 that happened back in 2018. So
that they were trying to show you that they had power.
Yeah, and then since you're on the round table with Tron, all the stuff we mentioned about the 666 connections to the King, Prince Andrew, and different stuff like that. So you can throw that all in there too to this drop that I just said as well. So just a bunch of stuff that you can utilize and put into a pot. But Soros coming into play on Trump's birthday. Well, what happened last year on Trump's birthday? A wedding with the Soros and Huma. What happens this year? Your kind of thing. Oh, that's right, UFC on the White House lawn. So it's a flipping of things. I don't know. It's just weird. It all worked out way too perfectly.
That's gonna be crazy. Hey, just give me 30 seconds. Son just got home and hi to me. Are you waving goodbye?
Absolutely.
All right, just give me.
Yep, absolutely. Well, number one, everybody, welcome in. Please do smack that red pill and or that thumbs up, depending on which side you guys are on. And of course, we will get into the gold pills and any kind of rumble rants towards the end of the show, just so you guys are fully aware. I'm trying to keep up a little bit with the chats as well. But either which way, smack that red pill, that thumbs up, or the positive affirmation of whatever sites that Space Shot's got us running on over there. Let's see who's out there. What's up, Jamie K. Blair? Fixin' time. What's going on, brother? Welcome in and good to see you out there. What's up, Blonde Blue Lady? Sigurd Dragon Slayer. What's up, Resonate 432? I hear you sniffing. You're back. Welcome in.
I'm back, Jack. What is this? Looking Glass 17.
Looking Glass.
Yeah, I just looked down on my phone and cool little videos. Looking Glass 1776 made. Shows John F. Kennedy, his funeral, and then it kind of goes to Trump, and cool little video. I just don't know. I remember having it on my phone. And then it's got Lynn Wood towards the end. Interesting. But yeah, dude, this whole stuff about, and dude, 666 coincidence? I think there's a little bit more to that one, buddy. What do you think?
Which piece? Like, in what way? There's a whole lot of coincidences, like we just said. The king and queen, the queen. Well, I can't remember all the stuff. What is it? So the queen, Trump walked in front of the queen 666 days later, or was it maybe 6 years, 6 weeks, 6 months, 6 weeks, or something? I don't remember the exact how they worked it out, but 666 later, she dies. And
dude, is this a 666 coincidence?
That's another one. Yeah. So this one too. This is another one. Go ahead and pull that one. Yeah.
666
another
coincidence.
One. Wait, so when was this one? This is February 5th, 2018. When's this? Do you know when that was?
February 5th. This post, all right, let me get this guy out of here. This post was April 24th is when the horses went through, and this was posted on February 20th. But when was he arrested? Was that another Q post? Maybe a thing.
Well, Andrew was arrested on his 66th birthday. That's where the 66 comes in for him.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember what that date was. Oh God, dude. Prince Andrew was arrested on February 19th, bro.
And that's on February 5th.
Close.
2018. You got the 18 and 19 close together in your head is what you did.
It's in February, but still, 666 coincidence. And to Matrix's point, that day the stock market dove exactly 666 points. So that was their way of trying to show how they had some bit of control back then, early on. And so I think they fixed that, of course. But
I just realized you're putting dates together. So this was on February. So you had it confused. Okay. So yeah, oddly enough, yesterday Trump said 219. That's how you got me all in my head now because you got numbers confused. So I'm getting all dyslexic in my head for stuff. Sorry.
I like it.
Random, but I was like, wait a minute. No. Okay, that's wrong. Okay, so interesting. So 666 days, 6 police officers arrested him on his 66th birthday. Exactly 666 days after the one and only time a royal king's horse was seen running through London covered in blood. No way these are coincidences. They love their symbolism, and you're watching a scripted movie. Okay.
All right. Have fun.
Yeah. And that's the thing is there's that. There's also other stuff too, which is wild. That's what's crazy about it all. There's this, I don't know how to describe this. There's a timer on things that happen too. There's things that'll happen on 666 days. There's also ones I've seen that's, I think it's like 6 years, 6 months, 6 days. It could be like 6 months, 6 weeks, and 6 days. I don't know. There's people that do it different ways, but they find those things and they're on tickers. I don't know how they work them out, but if you'll find patterns to where things will happen on those same I guess we'll call it timelines or tickers or whatever. I don't know how to work them out, but I've noticed those patterns too. 666 is one, 555 is another, 444. All those triple date numbers will work together, and they'll I don't know which white hats or black hats. 666 typically would be a black hat, of course, but typically we're right now using the symbolism against them. So what we're seeing, of course, is it being reversed on them. So you see the 66 symbolism, it's probably a white hat op, not a black hat op. So everything's being reversed, dark to light.
Interesting. Oh, this is interesting. We got a super chat from YouTube. I actually remembered it the right way, and it actually came over on the Rumble Studio side, so I can read it. Great. Randall S. Crow drops $5. Oh God, super chat. I keep forgetting. He says, "Quote: UL Givens telling us that parts of a pine tree are edible. Cereal or bread commercial." Yeah. Parts of a pine tree, yeah, for sure. And pine nuts or something like that are supposed to be good for you or something like that. But I don't know about tree bark. But thank you for that, brother. I don't think pieces of the tree.
Actually, parts of I don't know exactly what it is. There's tree bark that's used for making DMT as well, by the way.
Really?
Yeah, I believe that's learning about DMT. The real DMT is made from a very specific kind of tree bark, I believe, and then another, of course, thing put together or whatnot. Yeah, the tree bark's, I think, a major piece of DMT.
Interesting. And dude, talking about what you were saying earlier, I have to agree with when we're talking about doubles and stuff like that. When we talk about seeing President Trump, whenever I see the guy in the white, the white polo shirt, I'm like, yeah, that's the disheveled looking one, because I clearly see a difference, right? And apparently he's at Doral today with the family, Trump National Doral, Miami, for the final tour of the PGA Tour here today.
Oh, wait a minute, wait. If it's the PGA Tour, are we going to get the actual golfer Trump, or are we going to get the other Trump that we normally see?
Right, and I'm thinking, like, would he be walking around like this? Because I think that's Don Jr. right there.
It is.
And then is that his girlfriend, the new chickie chick? And then, oh God.
No, that's Kai. That's Kai.
Oh, is that Kai? Okay, that's Kai, and then that's Don Jr. And then, is this Secret Service? Because he don't be looking around a lot, and maybe these are Secret Service guys. Is this the backpack, or is this the backpack? They just valets.
Sure. I guess it's a whole entourage around him dressed in kind of normal clothing or something. I'm not that, or that's not Trump.
Right?
One of the two. No, that's probably all security. I don't know.
I mean, he's waving to folks and stuff like that. So, I mean, he looks like him. But again, do we have a double?
He got his vehicle right there. I see. If he's right at the very end, if you go to the very end of that video, yeah, right there. He got at the video or his vehicle and went around to the steps and walked right up. Okay, that does make a little bit more sense. Yeah, it seems like that was his entourage. And of course, which Trump is it again is my question.
Yeah, which Trump, and where are all this security around him? It's like, is this why the people keep trying to take him out? Because they see no security around the guy?
Well, remember this too, is the real Trump, real Trump is insulated, fully insulated. So again, which Trump are we seeing? I think there's like 5 of them. Multiple ones that look alike, and then we have golfer Trump that I call the fat white one.
Yeah, because he looks a little bit more disheveled and, let's see. Shuffle at the Villages. Trump double milking in front of his remaining base. That's a Trump double.
Click media. This is where I find the fun stuff, where you'll find people actually posting. Just be careful if you scroll way too far down on certain searches, you'll find stuff you don't want to find, because I hate that about X now. Or not now, but I learned it. When you search certain stuff, and
Yeah.
you start searching down this here in media tab, you'll find adult things you
Oh,
don't need to
okay.
find.
Let's go.
So be careful. Be careful when you go too far down.
Let's go. Let's go. No.
It's so stupid, and you got to be careful. It's what you type in is what gets scary. So
Yeah, I type in like boobs.
well, of course that'll come up. I mean, that's why I don't do it live on air either. It's like I'll search, like when I go for like a thumbnail for my show, and I'll type in Trump this or Trump that or the storm. It will go, if you go to just too many little scrolls down, you'll go right into other stuff. And you're like, what the fuck? What is happening? Like, why did you just show up? And you're like, no. And you're like, go back.
That's crazy.
That's why I don't do those searches live anymore on my shows. It's like, because those things do show up. Because people are like, hey, search for this. Okay, I'll do that on the side over here where y'all can't see, because I swear to God, every time I search on here, that happens.
We'll try not to do that then, for sure, to the folks.
Yeah, that's why I say just be careful out there.
Interesting. All right, Matrix. I think I can do about another half hour. Boys going out for a little bit, then we're gonna get back and busy to do a couple things. Would you happen to have a Rumble Wallet commercial to do in your thingies?
You won't believe it, but
don't tell
you
me
didn't get to hear this.
Again.
I got another 7 days to go. Because check this out. I did what you were doing. You listen to what happened. On the night before, I was doing my 5 hours on an overnight stream. I got it started up. You know the icon that comes up with the lock button to turn it into a Rumble Premium.
Oh,
it would not come up. It would not let me do it. So I got, of course, annoyed and just turned it back off. Tried it one more time, wouldn't come on. So I didn't even have a chance to do it. So I got to wait another 7 days.
Man.
And I have no explanation for it. I tried to do it twice. It refused to show up. And I even watched a video on how to do it to make sure I was doing it right. And it just did not show up for me and didn't work. So I got kicked off for another 7 days. So May 7th or 8th or so. But you're welcome 100% to go for it. Just do it.
That's weird. All right. Yeah. Just give me about 45 seconds. You can say hello or whatever to your folks. I'll be right back in. That's weird, dude. I just never.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's stupid.
All right, I'm going to mute so you don't hear me for about 1 minute. I'll be right back. That's crazy interesting, but yeah, I'm going to be doing lots of packing here today. This is going to be fun, and part of me is not liking that because I hate cleaning, but the other part of me is loving it because you guys know the results of after you guys do some spring cleaning or something like that. You got a lot more or a lot less clutter and stuff like that, so I'm very souped to see this going forward, guys. But so really quickly, quick question. How much control do you actually have over money right now or over your money right now? Technology has changed everything, and now it's changing how money works. Crypto started as a niche, but now it's going mainstream. Faster payments, more control, fewer middlemen. This isn't hype. It's just where things are going. And getting started today is easier than you think. That's where Rumble Wallet comes in. With Rumble Wallet, you can buy Bitcoin, hold dollar-backed stablecoins, even own digital gold backed by real gold all in one place. The setup is simple. It connects with your MoonPay, so you can use your debit card, credit card, or bank account and be up and running in minutes. Start small, $10, $50, $100. It's not about the amount, it's about getting in early and understanding what's coming next. And once you're set up, you can even tip your favorite Rumble creators, like me, directly. So do this now. Scan the QR code or click the link in the description box and download Rumble Wallet. From there, you can set up your wallet, tap buy, and you're in the game. Take control of your money. Get started with Rumble Wallet today. Boom. It's just connected into my head. Whenever I'm finished with one of these ads, I have to say the word boom. So it's a condition of my parole.
Moyer.
All right.
TK1216, thank you again for that Venmo.
Thank you so very much.
Hey, what's up, good sir?
What is up? So, dude, you want to have a little fun with Mr. A. Anon's video for a little bit? Because I thought this was like...
Sure.
I just love it.
I was lucky enough to actually... I went on, this is a while ago now, I hopped on a show with Real AF.
Nice.
Patriot. And the first hour of the show actually was with him. with Aenon on it. So I got the pleasure to actually be on a show with him for an hour and got to meet the dude. So yeah, it's really, really cool. Actually, we follow each other now. It's like I actually got to see a little bit of his stuff. So I am familiar with this guy a little bit. So this is really going to be fun for me. So yeah, let's do that.
Absolutely, yeah. And I'm just trying to figure it out because somebody in the chat says that they're not sure about the bread story, if that's real or not. But I'm telling you, I really wish I could find it. April, maybe I don't have it on my phone anymore because of the phone getting changed. But I'm telling you, there was something else, and it wasn't just that the bread had an issue. It wasn't the Dave's Killer Bread that had bread in it. There was another issue with, I don't know if it was the same exact type, but it was the same company, Dave's Killer Bread, because they have another one called Good Seeds, and there's other different kinds. And I remember literally within the last 2 months, there was an issue with another bread type from the same company. So yes, while I agree, just because somebody went to jail 20 years ago doesn't mean they're a bad guy now, and they could turn their life around. However, this is the second issue I've seen about this bread in the last 3 months, bro.
Okay, just so you're aware, you cracked me the hell up because you didn't hear what you said.
Probably not.
You said that the bread had bread in it.
The bread had all sorts of bread in it. It was horrible. The bread had wood in it. All right.
I didn't want to stop you though. So
I was on a roll. All right. So I challenged the influencers that are bashing. So he put this out a couple days ago, but this is a post from October of 26. So I love some of these, dude. Like, this is 22 minutes of go ahead and explain this shit to me.
October of 26.
We're 24. 24. My bad. October 6th of 24. I'm speaking too fast today. That Unamate's got me all... Dude, that's why I only drink one of them a day now, because if I was to drink one now, I literally probably wouldn't go to sleep tonight.
Well,
too much.
Well, just wait till we talk about Feel Great, then I got something to tell you about that'll make you go even faster. And thank you, Madness Entertainment, for that raid, brother.
Okay. All right, let's take a little... We'll stop this here and there and then keep going, but... This is like 22 minutes of explain this shit to me then, guys. But then it all falls down to, do you trust Trump again at the end of the day?
Trump made a very ominous and dark speech about the decline of America. And while doing so, music began playing, and the music sounded exactly like a song called WWG1WGA, where we go one, we go all.
The former president of the United States, who wants to be the next president, is now directly spreading the slogans of the conspiracy cult QAnon.
Trump has posted or reposted more than 100 messages linked to QAnon since the beginning of the year.
The crux of the theory is this belief that you are secretly saving the world from this satanic cult of pedophiles and cannibals. Does that sound like something you are behind? Or
well, I haven't heard that, but is that supposed to be a bad thing or a good thing? I mean, if I can help save the world from problems, I'm willing to do it. I'm willing to put myself out there, and we are actually.
And we are actually, dude. I loved that one so much, right? Because he had to add that. We are.
Okay, so right where you pause is perfect. So the lady in the pink here, you'll find her name misspelled and drops 15, 15, and 15, 16, and she happens to be the one to ask the Q.
Isn't this also Guthrie? Is this Guthrie?
That would be Guth. That's what I'm talking about. Guthrie's misspelled in the drops with an extra E. Kind of eerie when you read it right.
Interesting.
QAnon. It is this theory that Democrats are a satanic...
Dude, did you notice that too right there? Hold on. Watch his eyes right here. Watch the color of his eyes.
If I can help save the world from problems, I'm willing to do it. I'm willing to put myself
like green?
out there.
Greenish eyes, I would say. And then if you go to the beginning where he looks over, I would say greenish. Right? But watch when we get here. Her eyes look obviously very blue, but watch his.
Of that. Now, can you just once and for all state that that is completely
Do they not
not
look more blue right there? I mean, dude, my eyes are admittedly, I have color issues with seeing shades of colors.
Now, can you just once and for all state that is...
They not look more blue there?
Yes, and also, okay, so let me not squirrel first. Yes, you're right. They look more blue, but also I've noticed this. His hair, his orangeness of his face, all that stuff matters on a couple things. One, the lighting. The lighting matters tremendously, the color of the room as well, and then also the hue and the contrast that the company puts on changes all of that. And our computer screens as well, which I proved on my show over a few days because I asked everybody whether this person was wearing a blue or purple tie. I think it was Trump. And because half the people said he was wearing purple, half the people said he was wearing blue, depending on which screen they were watching. That's the other thing, too. So I'll put that out there now because I did it live on air over the last 2 months or so that happened. I think it was about 2 months ago now. And so because that happened, we got to be careful with just saying that because our eyes will deceive us based on who's showing it to us, which right now we're looking at that says NBC. They will mess with the hue and the color and whatnot. So that's a change too. But also, again, there's more than one Trump. So any which way you look at it, you just got to be careful because unless you're live in person, it's going to be hard to tell which color he is because he's not as orange as they put him out to be. Let's just say that.
Orange man ain't so orange. I think we got rated. People coming in from Tron, whether we get rated or not. Thank you, Gear, for popping on in. Do us a favor and click the thumbs up. We got 360 up and 1 down over here so far. Yeah, dude, I'm loving this, and I love the back and forth here. This one was great. I don't know. What are you talking about?
Completely not true.
So,
and disavow QAnon in its entirety.
I know nothing about QAnon. They are very strongly against pedophilia, and I agree with that. I mean, I do agree with that, and I agree with it.
But there's not a satanic pedophile cult being run by.
I know nothing
You don't know
about
that? Okay.
No, I don't know
you
that.
Just this
neither
week.
Do you know.
Dude, and so I almost think the way he was saying that, she was like, you don't know that. And he's like, no, I don't, but neither do you. It was almost like a way of saying, like, yeah, I do know about it, and so do you. I don't know if I'm reading that incorrectly, but that's how I felt. Like, that's how I felt that came across.
And good point in chat, too, Laura Y. Where did the story of Guthrie's mom go?
Right?
I mean, they sometimes will pop it up saying she's been gone this long or whatever, but her story came up at the exact time the Epstein files last batch dropped. That's what it was. It was a distraction is what it was. So of course that story disappeared. So who knows?
Wait, so you're saying the other side are trying to distract from the Epstein drops, and it's not Trump that's trying to distract from the Epstein drops?
I didn't say that at all.
Okay.
When this country is gone, the rest of the world would follow. The rest of the world would follow. That's the importance of this country.
On January 29, 2018, an anon asked Q if Trump could work the phrase tip-top into his State of the Union speech as a shout-out to anons. Instead, Trump said it at the 2018 Easter egg roll with the White Rabbit from Alice in Wonderland standing next to him.
Keep this incredible house or building or whatever you want to call it, because there really is no name for it. It is special. And we keep it in tip-top shape. We call it sometimes tippy-top shape. And it's a great, great place.
Q has...
And because this video came out in 2024, one thing I want to mention is the White Rabbit is in reference to adrenochrome. And this year, officially, Trump had the brown rabbit at the White House. So I just want to make sure I point that out. So I think this here was a reference to look into the White Rabbit. And this year, I think they were pointing something a little different out.
That they got rid of the White Rabbit, perhaps.
Yes, something along that line, yes.
So interesting. So many of these things in a row, too. I love this.
He has referred to the NSA in posts. On November 8, 2017, Trump posted...
Dude, I love this one, dude, for a couple of different reasons. For 3 different reasons, yeah. 3 different reasons, at least. As they're going to point out here, the shape that it makes when you connect your thumbs looks like a Q, right? The fact that when you download the file itself, so if I was to go on Twitter, I could do it right in front of everybody right now, go and download some picture and then show you the file name. It's going to be some random number, random letters and numbers. But when you download the original picture that he posted right here on November 8th, 2017, the title of the image starts with, what was that, Matrix? Do It Q, right?
You. Yes, sir.
And then, if you were to zoom in on these things right here, it's all about the Saudi Arabian purge in the newspaper. So, dude, this was so much fun. But again, remember who this guy is?
I don't either.
Looks familiar.
I was gonna say Stephen Miller looks weird with hair on his head too.
Yeah, and Hope Hicks. I don't know what she's up to lately, but we know Jared and Dan, and I forget this guy's name. Anybody in the chat know his name? Pop it in there, please.
By the way, Omazon, thank you for that raid over here too as well on the pilled side. Boom time.
Boom, shaka laka laka. Let's see. All right, let's see. Here we go a little bit more.
Sure, on Twitter with everyone giving a thumbs up. When an image is posted on Twitter, it's given a random file name when it's uploaded. If you connect the tips of the thumbs, it makes a Q, plus the file name for the image says do it Q at the beginning and end.
Also, I didn't ever notice this before. Look behind Jared's head. The buckle up signs looks like it's lit up again.
Oh yeah, buckle it up.
It is. So I've never actually realized that because I've always paid attention to everything else. That actually has the buckle up sign lit up. So it also means buckle up.
Interesting. And you know what? I never really took a look into these. You know, obviously it's do it Q, and then but you have all these other numbers J8UIAA. I wonder if that's like somebody's license plate or something like that.
Well, remember this. What did Q tell us? Everything has meaning. Everything. So when I was deep diving back in the day, everything like including name files, every little number involved, every so yeah. So however you want to look at it, that some of it might have a little bit of a complete randomness to it. But stuff like this with the do it Q, that one specific, I almost guarantee you 100% the rest of that has meaning to somebody that knows how to figure it out. Almost 100%.
Pulling the full title up on the screen so anybody can see there. I had it up a little bit. Here we go. Let's see what we got next here. Let's go to this one. Yep, the Saudis.
Plus signs to represent the puppet masters in a post. The House of Saud, the Rothschilds, and Soros. On November 6, 2017 at 5:07 and 57 seconds, Q posted, "Nothing is random, everything has meaning, plus plus plus." 7 minutes later, Trump posted on Twitter and the tweet had plus 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 at the end just like the Q post. 50 minutes later, Trump tweets about Saudi Arabia. The plus 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 in the Q post represented the House of Saud. On November 11, 2017, Q said that one side of the triangle had been removed, referring to Saudi Arabia, and that the other sides are falling.
In the last few months, the Crown Prince, the now Crown Prince, Mohammed bin Salman, has consolidated power and pushed out several other leading candidates for the Saudi throne. The 32-year-old bin Salman has made public statements about not only fighting terrorism, but also modernizing Saudi Arabia and tackling corruption. And the Trump administration counts him as a valuable ally.
Remarkable times in Saudi Arabia, the hugely influential Sunni Muslim kingdom. There's been an unprecedented anti-corruption purge with sweeping arrests of senior politicians and business leaders and members of the royal family.
Among those princes, military officers, and top officials that were arrested in the last 24 hours, Prince Walid bin Talal. He's one of the world's richest men, a major investor in Citibank, Twitter, and the parent company of Fox News 21st.
Dude, so what do you make of this? Because we talked about or showed a post earlier talking about Dopey freed, right? And so we know that Dopey is Al Walid bin Talal, and then MBS here, who I'm guessing now is about 40, 32 at the time in 2017. So he's about
my age. He's literally right at my age, so right at 40-ish.
And so this guy right here, Al Walid bin Talal, remember the old post from President Trump when I'm president, Dopey Owl Lead won't be able to use Daddy's money to, do whatever he said. I forgot exactly, but then again, there's also a post that we saw and showed earlier that said Dopey freed, and so by all accounts, he was a bad guy. Through the Chase Bank as well and Obama connections. And was he the one that funded Obama from the beginning? Because I've showed you that in the past where Tariq Al-Mansour got with the head of, Malcolm X's attorney and asked him to do a favor to, call Harvard to get Obama in there. And all these people are, Saudis. So how are you reading this with him? And the freed thing is specifically what I'm wondering.
I'm gonna take a while. I mean, if Dopey freed, right?
Yeah, I think it said Dopey freed.
If he's freed, then being freed would mean he was probably entrapped in some way, and he flipped and was able to be freed. That's kind of how I read that whenever I hear that. Like, in other words, how we hear that not everybody will be arrested, but they'll do as told, and that some people will put it like this: not everybody's going to be under the guillotine. Not everybody's going to go to Gizmo.
Mm-hmm.
So even though he might be a bad guy, if he's freed, to me, that means the shackles were released, meaning he probably flipped and gave some form of information. That seems to be what it would seem like. So that's what I get out of it. And if he's on Daddy's money, well, I don't know. Maybe I don't know what he was doing. Again, I always speculate and spit out of both sides of my mouth because I don't actually truly know 100%. I go based on just the evidence that was given.
Yeah, so I'm thinking too, because it said, remember, MBS took him and a bunch of others and by all accounts, held him prisoner at the 5-star Ritz-Carlton in Saudi Arabia. But, I don't know if they were torturing him or what they did, but by all accounts, they came back with billions of dollars from fraudulent money is what was reported. So did he give some information on some of these things here? And then again, thank you, Dopey. King to pawn, eyes on. So was he, in the way to possibly become the king? And then because of what MBS did, exposed the stuff that he was into, and now because he was possibly going to be a king, but now he's just a pawn? That's kind of how.
Somebody in my chat says deal he couldn't refuse, so he makes the deal and then falls down. Don't be freed.
Right, and I think isn't it one of these ones here? Yeah, right, don't be freed right here. Yep. There.
It was right under what I just told you. That's drop 666. Just looked at that.
Coincidence?
I'm telling you.
Dopey. Would POTUS make serious accusations if the truth wasn't about to come to light? Black Forest, Austria, Rothschild, fire sale, days after posts. What went on there? Dopey. You have more than you know. So this is interesting because this is after then, because this is February of 2018, and all this stuff went down in, November of 2017, I want to say? Pretty sure it was. November of 2017. I don't know if there's any dates. Yeah. 11/11/2017 right there.
Oh, wow. Interesting date.
11/11, make a wish. All right, so let's go a little bit.
Actually, 11/11/17, that was literally within the first, and then in that date and in the next 4 days is when I officially said, okay, I'll look at the Q drops.
Yeah, I mean, when it's funny too when you ask people, oh, you've seen the Q? Oh, yeah, I was on the boards. Like, dude, everybody was on the boards and they just saw Q come in. Like, so when you ask people, everybody tries to tell you how they were on the boards and they were there. And I'm like, dude, I've been at this longer than most of the people in our movement now, and I didn't even see Q till halfway through November, and they started posting on October 28th. So all these people that tell you that we're on the boards, I was on the Q boards, I was on 8chan, just doing my thing, and I saw this Q guy come across. No, you weren't. Sorry, maybe a few, but no, majority of them liars.
So, my pot dealer was one of those guys. That's how I found out about it. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So he came to me like, hey, check this out, because he knew I was a conspiracy guy. So like, again, he came to me over and over for the 2 weeks till this date, 11/11, eventually around that time. And I was like, all right, I'll listen to it. He was bugging the hell out of me. So yeah, literally, I wasn't the one on the boards. I never got on the boards. I had to wait for the aggregate site to show up, and then you to show up to teach me what the hell was going on. When y'all were putting it together, that's what has helped me put it together too. So Yeah,
was
I remember all that. That was crazy times because I remember when I was reading them for the first time, I'm sitting there going like, I see things differently than most people, as most people know. I've learned to speak in English to people as to tell people what I see now. But back then, I didn't know how to translate what my brain was seeing to the Q drops. That's what I had you and other Anons for. When you guys showed up, you guys helped me because I was reading them going, what the hell is going on? Like I had no clue what the hell to do with the stuff at first. So yeah, so thank you for that.
No problem. And, you know, we all pay it forward. I'm gonna see if this dude's channel is still up here. I'm gonna give him some props here. How many followers has he got? 4,000. He had. Let me see. He had 40 something, 50 something thousand followers when I remember him. So this is not the channel that I remember. But here's the dude. Where is he? I'm trying to find an old one here because I remember sitting at work and I remember hearing this guy with the thick, you know, Southern accent. He's like, "Man, you gotta check out this Q guy," and I'm thinking like, "Q guy? What the hell is this?" Well, here's a report that he did on my birthday, so it's November 6th, 2020. Rest in peace, brother. He ended up passing away from cancer, but he was one of the dudes that, you know, he was the dude that I first had heard Q about, and you can just hear him from his energy, you know, what kind of dude he was, and he was a retired Marine as well.
Dear friends,
Great
fellow
dude.
patriots, truth seekers, greetings. Wherever you are in the world, I bid you hello from Boise, Idaho. And
he was a great dude, bro. So this report was on my birthday, on my, I don't even know. 11/6 is my birthday. Used to be voting day.
Grandma.
Isn't that
my
crazy?
Grandma, oh no, my grandma died on 11/6. Not I was born.
Oh, great.
Shut up. I knew I got that wrong.
But yeah, big hat tip to retired Marine Steve Motley. He's the first dude that I heard talking about it, and he's like, "You gotta hear this Q guy," and I'm thinking, "Q guy," and this was, you know, midway through November. And again, I still never put out my first Q-related post until January 1st of 2018 at literally like 2 in the morning. And it was that Julian Assange weird post that he put on Twitter. And dude, you know, I might be able to even find Julian Assange because he hasn't posted anything if his account is still up here. I don't think he's posted like much in years. So look at this, 2013. But that post was absolutely January. It was maybe the day before, January 1st or December 31st. Let's see. But no, he must have deleted a bunch of these things because he had a post, if you remember, with it had a bunch of like stringer numbers on it, and then it had the video from Maya Paper Planes.
Scroll down a little bit. Just realize something right there, March 13, 2013. Just so you're aware. That's the date in the drop. So number one, that's the date, if I'm remembering everything right. Pope Francis became the Pope, and in the drops, there's a March 13, 2013 Hillary Clinton intercept. And you happen to have a post that he still left up there from that day. Oh, and it's timestamp 12:05, which is D5, December 5th. Holy crap.
That's crazy. I wish I could find that post.
It says, thank you so much, Charles, who was just at the White House.
Oh, yeah, because he's talking about England here, too. The British judicial corruption.
That's not him. That's at Julian Assange, okay.
Let me see. Julian Assange.
Resting timing.
Twitter. Paper. I mean, he had to have deleted it. Paper Planes post. I'm just seeing if anything I can find pulls it up right now. Because it's not on his Twitter, obviously, and I don't think it was not WikiLeaks either. The new Julian Assange tweet MIA Paper Planes. Here we go. This is on Steemit. I don't know. Look, so it's gonna be gone. Gonna archive it, or is it in there? Wait, how is that in there? How is that in? Oh wait, at Julian Assange. What? What? This is okay. So is this his account? Because what was the other one I was just showing?
I have no idea.
Right, where was the other one I was just showing?
I think your other one you were showing is his original account because that's from 2013. You're like talking. There it is, right there. That one. That's his original account. It has to be because it's 2013 on there.
Yeah, this one's 2011, and then this one's 2010. But great, at least we got the actual post.
They're probably both. Yeah, they're probably both it then. They're probably both it.
Let's see. So where did I have it? Literally just had it there. This is it. So again, what was this, right? And the reason that I pulled this thing out, and hopefully I won't get some stupid copyright, which I'm sure I will.
Well, you will on YouTube.
Yeah, only
not
on
anywhere
YouTube.
else.
But literally, I went, oh wait, you got Skull and Bones. Like the first thing I noticed. See right there?
Yep. It's all, well, hang on. It's not just Skull and Bones. You got to remember, Skull and Bones is multiple things. It's also pirates.
Yep.
So you have MIA, missing in action, paper planes. Paper planes goes back to George Bush and his paper planes 9/11 thing. Pirates, we have Somali pirates and whatnot stuff going on currently right now. Not joking. So just throwing some stuff out there. There's meanings that you could play with, not just Skull and Bones. And then Skull and Bones, if anybody's seen my Templar series, you would know that the Templar guy mentions that the Skull and Bones original form doesn't come from Skull and Bones. Actually, it comes from the ossuaries back in the day and how they used to put the skull in last above the bones. So just throwing that out there too in case you didn't know.
Interesting. Cracking the cryptic Maya code tweeted by Assange. Who I do know is Maya, oldest paper plane ever created. Satoshi Nakamoto. So they're thinking that maybe this is some sort of Bitcoin or a piece of a stringer of a Bitcoin. But I'll put this in the, let me see, I'll pop this thing in the chat if anybody wants to look at it.
Paper planes, man. Paper planes seriously go straight to George Bush and 9/11, that whole thing. That painting, you know?
Oh.
Of him throwing a paper plane. Yeah, that's where I think of right away.
This one. There we go. Copy this. Anybody wants to, if anybody in the chat wants to see where it, where a possible decode goes to on this one, here you go. I'm dropping it in the old Rumbleinsky there. That's going into YouTube and Rumble, and I'm going to put it into Pilled right here as well.
I'm going to put it into our chat here on.
I will put it into our chat on the Zoom here for you, brother.
Yep, perfect. Thank you.
Paste. Ding. There you go. So that is a YouTube video.
Link is going in both my sides, link in both Pilled and Rumble for that video. Anybody would like it.
Sorry, I need to, there we go. Let me mute Pilled again. I got my new browser. I'm using the Brave browser now, so no more ads, or it shouldn't be ads anymore.
Nice. I've been on Brave browser for 7 years now, or whenever I first found out about it. And I can use YouTube. For anybody out there that doesn't know this, that pays for YouTube, if you use the YouTube app on your phone, this does not apply. If you're on an internet browser and you use Brave, you get 0 commercials on YouTube at all, just so you're aware.
Oh, wow. And you know what some people were saying too? They were like, I like the idea that I can use, one of the comments that somebody left me was that Rumble on a phone, you can't zoom into the video or something like that. But I was trying to tell them that with Rumble, if you watch, say, Rumble on a browser, a Safari or the Chrome browser, and you do not go full screen, you can certainly stretch out your screen as much as you like and zoom into any part that you would like. And also, I'm pretty sure Pill does the same thing, but Rumble as well is you can actually turn the app off or close the screen and it still plays. And I know with YouTube you have to pay premium, which is like $19 a month, to be able to use that same feature that Rumble allows you to turn your phone off while playing an audio of a video.
Oh yeah, I know about that. At one point I paid for that, but no, that's totally not worth it.
Nah. Didn't think
so. This is this is weird. Thank you for the $2 Cash App from, I don't want to say your whole name, Mary H, we'll say. And I'm saying this now because she says, for me, I need to read the YouTube comments. Mary, I have now officially have Spaceshot's YouTube pulled up, but I do not myself do a live stream to YouTube, so I typically don't have that pulled up. But I officially now have that up. Is there something I need to see or read? Because I didn't know about this, so I'm just reading what you said to me. Do I need to read the YouTube comments? And I don't know what I'm looking for here. So I guess hop in the YouTube chat and let me know, because I have no clue what I'm looking for.
Did you? What is this? Trying to look to see if there's anything. Yeah.
I don't know what her name is on YouTube, so I don't know if it's the same name either that I'm looking for. That's the other.
Interesting. Yeah, and my computer made me. It did it by itself the other day. It downloaded Windows 11. Like, you could fight it for so long, but then it just did it, and I'm like, you gotta be shitting me, because I did not want to do that. Pain in the ass.
So you now have Windows 11, you say?
I think it is. It says, you just updated to Windows 11. I'm like, well, I didn't want to, so what the hell?
Well, I will say this: my newer computer has Windows 11, and though it took me a minute to figure it out, I think it's really nice and easy. So just wanted to throw that out there.
Heck yeah, I'm just going to show again, and this is the reason I tell people. Let's just say, I've showed this a few times, and so I apologize for those of you who have seen it, because I'm just responding in a way to John M.F. Kennedy's post on Rumble, which says YouTube is long compromised. They've made lots of feed changes recently. So, and again, Rumble is, they offer the Rumble Studio where we can, read some of these ads to help us out, and meanwhile, a channel like this that has over 1 million followers, for some reason, on most of his videos, I'm getting more views on my Rumble channel with 40,000 followers. You want to explain that to me? Look, 19,000.
I know you're right, and whoever says about, because put it like this, I used to when I'm done with all my shows at night, I typically get on YouTube specific after I'm done with like all my stuff I know I need to look up, and find the certain channels or whatever it is that I watch on YouTube. And the thing is if I hop into my feed, they have changed the feed and algorithm so badly that I can't even doom scroll or do anything along those lines without seeing stuff, number one, that I don't watch. Number two, I see the same things over and over and over and over. Like, it's totally changed. And not only that, if you know, I don't know, if you put your mouse over a video and like kind of like you have now to where it starts slowly play.
Yeah.
Like, I have multiple screens. So like I'm looking at one screen and my mouse will be over here on YouTube. Now, one thing I never I prefer to never ever touch is an NBA video, because then all of a sudden NBA videos will pop up. These things are so bad now to where I'll have my mouse feed over and it'll be over one of those videos. It'll be over the NBA video, not knowingly. 3 seconds, it turns on. Next time I refresh, I suddenly have NBA videos all over my freaking feed now that I do not want. And like, they have screwed with the algorithm so badly on YouTube, it makes it unbearable. But I utilize it for my show for certain channels, so I'm consistently on it. So thankfully, Brave Browser's there for us, though, because if it wasn't for that, I'm not going to pay for premium for you. There's no way in hell I'm doing that. So, and so this, you know what? You told me they don't disappear on Rumble.
$20 a month. Yeah, it's crazy. $20 a month is a little bit nuts. But, again, just to not get commercials and then be able to play your audio while you turn your phone off, which again, Pilled and Rumble app, you can do that with. So, why would you need to pay for that? And again, over 1 million, dude. So, if you double 40,000, you're not even at 100,000. So double it times 10, and he's got more followers than that, and I'm getting more views on my videos than he has. So this is just an example to show people, not only did they screw us because they kicked off, and I'm not making this number up, bro, 796 million views worth of channels got deleted on October 15th, 2020. My part of that was 32 million, and like I said, 796 million views worth of videos were removed on that day. And guess what? They were all conservative Republican videos. Not a damn Democrat video was removed that I'm aware of. Maybe they were, I don't know. But they came after us, and they came after us, and it seems like they're hurting and they're not doing as well, and I'm loving that. D-Live also came after us. They thought that we were just in this for the money, so they took out the the donation thing for a couple of years. But now they have fallen by the wayside as well. And I feel like slowly but surely, Google's Alphabet can only pay so much into the loss that they're operating on every year, because YouTube is operating on a loss like every single year, bro. Every year. So yeah, it's getting fun out there, bro. But unfortunately, I gotta get going and skedaddling, and I gotta get busy. So we gotta thank some folks on the way out of here. And as mentioned, now you got the Rumble Studio where your donations stay up there and they do not disappear. So you can thank folks at any time during there. And Tron's raid from earlier just came onto the screen now. And thank you very much, Whippinspur123, who also gifted 5 subs to the channel over here on the Rumbles. So I do appreciate that as well, very greatly, as we're moving along and trying to put out more and more videos as we go here. So I got some folks to thank over on Pilled as well. Are you going to keep going live, or are we going to end and start a different one later? What's your plans, brother?
No, I always keep the show separated no matter what.
Keep it separate.
As far as later goes, I haven't decided anything just yet. So
you gotta keep it separated. Yeah. Well, I got Punk Q Rocker 4Q with 317 gold pills and no message on there, but thank you for that. And then I got 3 cookies from Sean Joe Space Squad member, Sean Joe Space Squad member, Sean Joe. So 3 of those cookies in a row from Sean Joe. Thank you for that, brother. One Thunder with the cookie, no message on there, but thank you. Bois Blanc with the cookie says, it's fiber typically popular or cottonwood tree. I wonder if that's what she's talking about, the chunks of wood in the bread. But yeah, that looked, and again, you really can't say to one of the person's comments earlier, that's one person's video that is going through it. So you also have to take her word for it that she didn't set up some sort of thing. But again, she could be sued by that company if it was found out to be, that she made that video up as well, Matrix, right? So kind of got to be concerned about that as well at the end of the day.
Of course.
Yep. Let's see. Bois Blanc came back with another cookie. No message on this one, but thank you. And then Lizzie B with the cookie.
Lizzie B.
Lizzie B with the cookie. No message on that one, but thank you, Lizzie B. Patriot Game in all caps with the cookie. No message on that one, but thank you. And then Lizzie B. Lizzie B again with another cookie there. Thank you for that. And then Sean Joe says, nope, I'm the cookie master. I'll drop another cookie. So thank you for that, Sean Joe. And then One Thunder dropped another cookie there. So thank you for that one, One Thunder. And the last 2 are last but not least. No thanks, Joe, with the cookie. Says, thank you, true friends to us all. Another great show of comms and info to take in and allow ourselves to be out of the dark and into the vitamin conveying shining light. God bless and be safe. Awesome message. Thank you for that, brother. And then GG BWR. I don't know how to pronounce the rest. It's GG BWRKNLT. So if Brown.
GG.
GG. I'm just going to say GG. I'm going to go with GG from now. I said that last show, and I'm trying to read it, but GG, thank you. Dropped 117 gold pills. Says, keep up the pressure on the YouTube corruption and continued shadow banning, etc. # MAGA. So thank you for that very much. Matrix, that was my last one I had to thank over there, sir. So if you do have anybody else you need to thank, I'm releasing my squatchins.
Oh, yes, I see. Over here on Pilled, we see starting us off with CDU Calamero. Thank you for that cookie. Punk Q Rocker for Q. Thank you for the 317 gold pills. Belushi in the house. Thank you for that cookie, good sir. And says, happy Sunday, bro. She actually flew commercial because Charles went to the Caribbean. They don't have their own plane to get us. They get a special charter VIP aircraft from the UK government. The more interesting story is why Charles went to the Caribbean. Okay, that's really interesting. I don't know anything about that. Okay, Belushi, you have my attention there.
And why was she walking through the airport too? Like, you figure they would bring her aside or some VIP access or entrance, but no, she's just walking through like any other dolt.
Right. That's what gets me is the whole situation's weird. Let's just for sure. So, Ms. Information, thank you for that cookie. Trump Red Pill 1. Good seeing you, brother. Thank you for that cookie. And says 717. I think that's probably where the pill count was most likely at the time. Thank you, good sir. Sean Joe, thank you for back-to-back cookies. Good seeing you out there, brother. Too Manyism, thank you for that cookie as well. And says, boom time. Let's go. Thank you, Too Manyism. Tracy S., thank you for that cookie earlier that was letting me know about you saying the very good movie. Thank you again, Tracy S. Patriot Game, thank you for that cookie. Good seeing you as well. Sean Joe, thank you for another cookie. Trump Red Pill 1 with another cookie and then another cookie back to back. Sean Joe with another cookie, then Trump Red Pill 1 with a cookie. You guys were in a cookie fight. And then Dog Nuts 10, good seeing you out there. Thank you for a cookie. Let's see. No Thanks Joe's over here as well. What's going on, No Thanks Joe? Thank you for the cookie. He says, what up, my dynamic crusader of cape-wearing, decoding, or Q-decoding variety. As always, love you teaming up with Spaceshot and making my Sunshine Sunday even more awesome. May God bless and keep you both safe. Thank you. Thank you very much, No Thanks Joe. Always with a crazy, awesome little message there. And then G-Quick, thank you for the 117 gold pills. And MAGA Die, thank you for that can. And I just have two quick ones on Rumble. I'm Patriot Pop 67. Welcome and good to see you. Thank you for the $5 Rumble rent. Says, hi guys, been listening while out running errands and grabbing some grub. Make sure to ask for bread sans sawdust. Fun show. You guys always crack me up while always giving great decodes. Thank you very much. I'm Patriot Pop 67. And then Whip and Spur 123, thank you for gifting out 5 subscriptions over here on the Rumble side, and that clears me on out. And don't forget, everybody, smack that red pill and or that thumbs up, depending on which side or all sides that you guys are on.
Yes, help us get on that leaderboard there. That would be greatly appreciated. I don't know. Actually got on table. Look at this dude. Top leaderboard right now. Open Lines, News Treason. Number 2, D-Class, News Treason. Number 3, D-Class, Rambo and Friends.
Are you showing me?
No, I'm not showing you guys. I was just kind of looking at the top 10. There you go.
Oh.
Look at bing, bing, bing. These guys
Boom,
are killing
boom.
it. Good stuff, though.
That's how you do it.
Yeah, I was just trying to see if I know we got Table of Titans hit the leaderboard for the first time in a few, and then we got me and Hulk on there. I didn't see it earlier, so I don't know if it got any higher or not. I don't know. But yeah, so a lot of folks, guys, if you guys come here to say Rumble and just click on the leaderboard here, obviously, you get some good content and you'll see what a lot of people are watching the most of. And this is why we ask you guys to click the thumbs up for us, because if you get us up on here and people go down and go, oh, wait, who's this guy? Spaceshot. All right, I'll take a look at him. That will give you guys more of us. Notice how I'm saying not you guys, but it'll give us more tinfoil hat folks just like ourselves to talk to.
Right.
Right. And so, get us on that list and we'll get more folks in here, and that's how we kind of push this going. And we need to get on this to get out the more word to more people is the best thing, as obvious. Obviously, the more the better, the more the merrier. So thank you guys over there. Always want to thank the mods. Let me get this off the screen so we're not showing the chat to the mods there. But we do greatly appreciate all the mods' help as well. And Matrix, anybody else you have to thank? I'm just, Mr. AFX says, Spaceshot, I'm going to keep on looking for bread in my bread.
No, the thank yous are all good. Just thank you guys all for being here. Thank you guys for smacking the red pill and or that thumbs up. Sharing us on out's a great thing too, to help out that algorithm as well. And of course, this month, just so you're aware too, Spaceshot, I know you got stuff with their moving going on. For my scheduling going on, my mother's in town. She's in town for this whole month of May, so my scheduling is going to be all wacky for this month. So I might be hit and miss randomly for my shows. Not Sunday. Sunday should be totally fine, but I should be having a weird schedule in May. Just throwing that out to everybody out there. But outside of that, this coming Friday, I have a show with Adel on 412 Productions, and I will be having apparently a 3-hour show to sit alongside TN Homesteader. And apparently how we're working this is we're each going to have an hour and a half to throw our decodes back and forth to each other. So I have no idea how this is going to go, but I've never met TN, and I've been dying to, because he has a brain that's similar to mine. So I can't wait, because whether it's picking his brain or getting to just see how he works in his brain in person will be a lot of fun. So don't miss that, everybody. That'll be on 412 Productions on Adel Nero's channel, Friday, May 8th. It is 4 Eastern. My time is 3 p.m. Central. I always make sure to say that correctly, because you're Eastern. Yeah. So,
we are.
and then also Saturday, I don't know if it's a recording or not, but I also have another show coming up as well with Steve Cloward, who has this Truth Talk with Steve. But I don't know if that's a live show or a recording, so I don't want to mention too much for that. I'm going to find out before I say too much. So, but I have that Saturday as the following day. So either which way. Mention that. Other than that, just thank you guys all for being here and putting us on the leaderboard every single week we've been on for Sundays. So
absolutely,
lots and lots of fun here. Time flies on Sundays.
Yeah, and as I think it was B-More had said in the chat there, says, yeah, you guys can also go to the live streams chats and you can find us there and anybody that's live as well. So awesome. Again, thank you to the mods and thank you guys all for tuning in with us. I will be back tomorrow evening. Oh, and just really quick, programming note, I got to say this on every show, Matrix, because I had it in my head that, the day I got to move over is Sunday, May 9th. Sunday, May 9th. Well, guess what? Sunday is May 10th. So I'll be moving over a day before. So I don't think it will even affect my Saturday show with Hulk because we're going to apparently be over there by 10:30 in the morning, and our show isn't until 1 as well on Saturday and Sunday. So I think next Saturday and Sunday shows should be good to go. Might have to make a couple adjustments to shows during this regular week, but I think I'll be good to go. I think we'll be regularly scheduled programming, and I don't think it should mess it up. So, but that's my programming notes there. But again, thank you to the mods out there. Matrix, great show as usual, brother. Catch us out and look for our next streams. We will post out and let you guys know. Matrix will probably be live a little bit later, but again, look out for postings. And for Matrix and myself, we do appreciate each and every one of you wonderful world patriots for tuning in out there. And until that next one, thumbs up, like, and subscribe. Peace.
Peace.
Hello, guys. Something special is happening in here. That's right. It's brackets and jackets. Bringing it back for brackets and jackets. Special Epstein Island edition. That's right, folks. Epstein, Jeffrey Epstein, the man with the island, which is suspiciously close to Haiti. That's right. You see this man, Jeffrey Epstein, is funding lots of people. He's funding lots of people on the street to make sure his shit doesn't get out. That's right. They want the record sealed. And they're paying a lot of people. Epstein's paying a lot of people. Oh boy. For one, he's got a whole Mossad media matrix in America. And I would bet you anything that Alex Jones is one of them. Prove me wrong. That's right, Cappy's in the portal. Cappy's in the portal. Cappy's in the building with songs about Epstein. It's Breakfast Jacket's Epstein edition. Guys, I had some epiphanies today. I had some real big epiphanies about some guys. A big network of guys and spies and lies and liars. All right, think about this for a minute, okay? The guy in Portland, the scientist that just got busted for producing CP, that guy is 1 degree of separation away from Epstein. Epstein, the investor that lives in West Palm Beach, Florida. I know a guy who lives in West Palm Beach, Florida as well. Investor as well. Also involved as well. And all is not well with these guys. The Florida boys, the Glow boys, the Scott Israels of the world. You see, Epstein is Hillary Clinton. And Epstein is Haiti. And Epstein is a big network of media assets. By the way, did you know that Steve Bannon was going to that guy for money? Also, Epstein is Epstein Oprah. Epstein is Chris Tucker. You remember him. Epstein is also Kevin Spacey. Epstein is also Prince Andrew. Epstein is also... Who else is Epstein? Who else is Epstein? Tell me. You guys know? Who else is Epstein? Is Epstein Big Pharma? Is Epstein Bryan Singer? Is Epstein Naomi Campbell? Yep, all of the above. All of the above. Who is Epstein? Epstein is the keystone of a whole motherfucking matrix. And once you pull it out, it all falls down. Dersh was there too. That's right, we're dropping red pills every day. And red pills in the best kind of way. This is brackets and jackets for the denizens of islands.